a couple of minutes away from getting started here as Anthony DeSclafani. And hey, they can't start until the pitcher takes the mound. So I guess whenever he decides to go out there, then the Giants will take the field.
It's one of the cool things about being the starting pitcher. I mean, you become the man. Look, you may only be able to control 1 or 2 minutes, but hey, you're in control. But leading your team out onto a field, especially in a big game when you know you're going to have a sellout crowd, that is quite a thrill for any pitcher.
Mike Yastrzemski out to center. His Thairo Estrada to second base. Chris Bryant third base. The Giants on an Orange Friday with their orange jerseys. Buster Posey behind the plate. Let's take a look now at the batting order for the visiting Dodgers. Tied for first with the Giants. Trea Turner, and we're seeing him for the first time in a Dodger uniform. He was a deadline acquisition. He's at second base, the former shortstop of the Nationals. Max Muncy, who's been a Giants killer, 30 home runs, tied for second in the league, and 8 of them, a little over a quarter of them, have been hit against the Giants in only the 16 games that they played against each other. Mookie Betts, right field. Justin Turner hits cleanup at third. Corey Seager, he's back in there. Missed a great deal of the year with an injury. Will Smith, the catcher. Chris Taylor in left. Cody Bellinger hits 8th in center. And Knebel, the pitcher, bats 9th.
Anthony DeSclafani on the hill tonight for the Giants, making start number 26. 11-6 on the year with a 3.38 ERA. 127 strikeouts, 36 walks for the 6-foot, 195-pound right-hander who's 31 years. He's in his 8th year at the big league level. Let's take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. His pitch usage, the four-seamer and the sinker, gives you about 55% of what he throws as fastball. When he's on, he's able to locate both sides of the plate consistently on the corners with that fastball. But the key tonight is going to be the slider, the changeup, and the curveball. He needs to establish those pitches early in the game. The Dodgers have given him troubles with his fastball. He needs to get his other pitches working early in this game. That'll be huge. Let's take a look at the Trea Turner, the hitter stepping in for the Dodgers. First time the Giants fans have seen him at Oracle Park.
Trea Turner, the former Nationals shortstop. He helped the Nationals win a World Series 2019. Now a Dodger. On 1, 95 miles an hour on the outer third. 61 degrees, the official game time temperature at Oracle Park. Ooh, some good cut at the end of that one at 89 miles an hour. 0-2.
Yeah, perfect pitch. Not a big break. It doesn't have to be an effective pitch. This is about a 6-inch little slide away from the bat of Trea Turner.
Base hit to right field on a 2-strike pitch.
All right, time to look at the Giants defensively, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Ruff, Yastrzemski, and Wade. Wade Jr., the best arm in right field. Crawford and Bryant on the left side. Estrada and Feld on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here is Max Muncy. The only National Leaguer who's had more home runs this year than Muncy is Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres, who's hit 36. Muncy and the former Giant Adam Duvall have each hit 30. A little bit low. Adam Hammery is the home plate umpire.
Hammery is a good strike zone to throw to. You see the other umpires, Todd Tickner over at first base, the crew chief Tony Randazzo at second, Nestor Seiya at third base.
Now Trea Turner leading the league in batting average at the start of the day. That's gone up a little bit, and Turner has been among the leaders in stolen bases as well. In fact, he is the National League leader, 26 steals, 2 ahead of Tatis of the Padres for the league lead. Crawford hustles, gets one, and off the bag, and hits the runner, and it ricochets over to the screen along the side. Crawford had nobody to throw the ball to, but he did beat Trea Turner, the speedster, to second to get the lead runner anyway. And Muncy did not get past first base.
Well, it's a defense that was set up that was going to be difficult to turn a pair if the ball was hit to Crawford. The good news is that Crawford was there to stop it from going into center field. Otherwise, it'd have been a first and third, nobody out. Foot raced the base, and then just an off-balance cross-body throw. But they do get the out at second, and that's a good thing.
Belt never had a chance to get the glove on it. It hit Max Muncy in the leg or the foot. So he's at first, and here is Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, 269, and in an injury-plagued year, he's got 19 home runs and 25 doubles. In the dirt.
You're talking about Adam Hamry's strike zone. I mean, he's kind of a rule book guy where he'll give you knees, he'll give you belts, and you can earn some corners with him too. But you have to earn them. I mean, he could be a little tight early in the game, but he will loosen up if you're a strike thrower.
Justin Turner on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Two and 0. Another ball in the dirt.
One thing the Giants know about Mookie Betts is that he is a good mistake hitter. He likes the ball up, out over the plate, and that's where he can hurt you.
Big pitch here. 2 balls, no strikes. And a pop-up. Belt backing up. Foul ground. Got him on a 2-0 pitch. A foul out to first.
That's a big win for DeSclafani.
So 2 down, and here is Justin Turner. Dodger team, since they were 4 games back of the Giants at the end of play on August the 6th. Since then, they have gone 20-4 to make up those 4 games. And they made up the 4 games, even though the Giants have overall in that same length of time played very well. Justin Turner, 281 average, 21 home runs. And the curveball is low. Justin Turner, and a lot of Dodgers can say the same thing. He's had some success against DeSclafani. He's also had the most experience in the past against DeSclafani. He's had 30 lifetime at bats against him. 9 hits. On the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Well away from the target of Buster Posey, but he got the call over there.
Yeah, they wanted to throw that cutter in the outside corner. Wound up being a front door cut. It wound up being a great pitch. Got to be careful making mistakes into Turner. He covers inside very well.
And that fastball is lofted high and foul into the second deck, well down the right field line. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes.
96-mile-an-hour fastball from DeSclafani. So far, he's throwing more four-seam fastballs. When he gets that two-seamer going, that's the one he has his big movement with.
Corey Seager is on deck. Down the right field line, foul.
I mean, that's the thing about Turner. I mean, he's on top of the plate, and that allows him to cover a lot of the off the plate away. That last cutter was about 5-6 inches off the plate away, and he still got to it.
And hit it hard, albeit foul. Max Muncy, the runner at first. Belt on the bag with him. Second baseman Estrada well over toward the middle. And he took it, the curveball in the dirt.
1-2 count. You throw that curveball down the dirt first time a guy sees. That's a good pitch.
There's Seager. He would be next with 2 down. A runner aboard in the first. Dodgers with power up and down the lineup. Every hitter, save the pitcher, who is the starting pitcher, Knebel, all with big power.
Yeah, lots of power. Both these clubs. Giants with more home runs than any team. Dodgers ranked 4th in all of baseball.
And a check swing. No. On the appeal, Todd Kitchener, the first base umpire. 3-2.
All right, Todd Kitchener, how'd you do? Let's take a look. Did he go? No. Good call.
Now Belt will play behind Muncy at first base. Muncy will be set free to take off with his 3-2 pitch. There he goes. Ooh, that was close, and that could have been called a strike, but instead ball 4.
And they set a target away. This is right down just below the outside corner. About an inch too low, maybe a half inch.
Well, the StatCast strike zone says he was right.
Well, yeah, it ticks you off that not so much that the umpire didn't call it, but it ticks you off that the hitter didn't try and swing at it. That's a pretty good eye right there.
So here's the dangerous Corey Seager. Off the outside with that changeup at 89 miles an hour. Seager has missed a huge part of the season. He's played 67 games and he's missed 67. MVP in the World Series last October. 2-0.
Well, you can't put yourself in these get-it-in situations. And right now he is a little short because he doesn't really have a feel for the curveball and the changeup. Now he's got to feel the cutter. That's his best specialty pitch away from the fastball, but he's got to throw a strike here.
And that had some cut to it and a swinging strike.
And that was the cutter. Corey Seager's a tall hitter, and that cutter should be placed right on the hands. And that's right where it was. But still, he can't count on that curveball changeup right now.
The Giants have overloaded to the right of second base against this dangerous left-handed hitter. Muncy at second, Justin Turner at first. 2 down. 2-2.
Changeup, and that's how you establish a pitch, by throwing one like that. This is the best changeup he's thrown tonight. And you can't throw a better one than that. It has Seager way out front, reaching. Perfect location and two-seam movement.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. He struck him out. The inning is over. 2 men stranded, 1 hit, 1 walk. Now Ruff, Belt, and Bryant coming up for the Giants. Ruff will lead off for the second time in his major league career. Left field, Brandon Belt at first, Chris Bryant at third. Lamont Wade Jr. in the cleanup spot, and in 12 games against the Dodgers, he's hitting .313 with a .436 on base average. His OPS over 1,000. Buster Posey the catcher, Crawford at short, Thairo Estrada at second, Yastrzemski in center, and DeSclafani the pitcher bats ninth.
On the hill tonight for the Dodgers will be the right-hander Corey Knebel. Knebel, 29 years of age, in his 6th year at the big league level. Big fella, 6'3", 225 pounders. This is what he has done this year. Most of his work out of the bullpen. When he's right, you're going to see a lot of strikeouts. He's a 2-pitch guy. High 90s fastball, big hard curveball.
Off the outside, ball 1. Knebel, who was a former All-Star back in his days with the Brewers several years ago. Down the right field line, base hit. Mookie Betts, unlike most right fielders in this ballpark, was not way over in the right center. The Dodgers align their outfield a little bit differently here.
Well, a pretty spectacular start to this game for Darren Ruff. We knew he's hot. Here he gets 97 on the outside corner, and he just goes with the location. That's a 110-mile-an-hour one-hop bullet to Mookie Betts in right field. Stay hot, Darren Ruff. Wow.
Now Brandon Belt, 20 home runs for the year. .97 miles an hour, right into the hands. A foul out of play. Strike one.
The carry in this ballpark during batting practice was to left field. But as we know, that all can change in the course of an evening here at Oracle Park.
The high fastball at 97, and now it's 0-2. The Dodgers now do some shuffling on the infield, and the third baseman, Justin Turner, goes over. He's the man in between Trey Turner, the second baseman, and Muncy, the first baseman, and nobody at third base. Seager, the shortstop, is also shaded over toward the middle a bit. Check swing. No. Nestor Ceja, the third base umpire, said no swing on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knebel missed 3.5 months of the season with a right lat strain. Went on the injured list back April 24th and was not activated again until just a little over 3 weeks ago. That is too high.
They're just pounding right up on top of that strike zone with nothing but hard fastballs. Right now, Brandon Belt's best defense against that pitch is to take it.
And struck him out with a curveball. Wow.
Hey, it's a good curveball. I mean, it's really one of the better curveballs in the National League West. Right now, let's check out the Dodgers defensively, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Taylor, Bellinger, and Betts, best arm in center field. Seager and Turner on the left side. Turner and Muncy on the right side. Will Smith, he'll be in the squat, putting down the signs.
Chris Bryant. And Knebel was an all-star closer with the Brewers. Of course, Bryant played in the same division with the Cubs. Back to that curveball on the first pitch to Bryant.
Well, it's better to see it on a first strike than a third strike. But look, you don't have to look for too many things with Knebel. It's 4-seam fastball, big curveball, go get him.
The right side of the infield is wide open. The Dodgers have 3 infielders swung to the left of second. And Muncy at first is on the bag with Ruff. Ruff steps back to the bag. Chris Bryant, who scored what proved to be the winning run in yesterday's game after a walk and a steal of second, put him into scoring position. Another curve. 2 strikes. LaMonte Wade Jr. on deck. Giants have a balanced lineup. Ruff, the righty at the top, then a lefty, a righty, a lefty, righty, lefty, righty, and straight down the whole lineup. Another curve, and he took it.
And I think when you see lefty righty all the way down, it's your best defense against a team that's coming at you with a bullpen game, which is what this is for the Dodgers.
Dave Roberts, Dodger manager and a former Giant player. So an only curveball so far, and another one. A check swing, no, says Todd Tichenor on the appeal. 2-2 the count. Nothing, last of the first inning. The Dodgers with Justin Turner at third and Seager at short, and Trey Turner as the third infielder between second and third. Nobody at the second base position. Fastball high and foul. Muncy over near the dugout. He's got room. Out number 2. Now Lamont Wade Jr. This will be the first experience for Wade against Knebel.
Now he's getting the batter's box, and he's got about as much confidence as he's had all year. He is really throwing out good at bats lately.
Backhanded by Muncy. He'll take it himself. The inning is over. A leadoff single for Ruff, but he never got past first base. DeSclafani back to the mound with Will Smith coming up.
Is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid.
There's McCovey Cove as the Giants and Dodgers have played the first inning of game 1. Anthony DeSclafani back on the mound. Here we go. Inning number 2. Will Smith will lead off. Powerful catcher. Chris Taylor on deck. Then Bellinger due up third. And it's 0-1.
See the success that Smith has had against DeSclafani. 6 for 10 with 2 homers and a triple. It's pretty good ownage.
High in the air, left center, in on the ball. Both Ruff and Yaz, and Ruff. I think it's either the center fielder takes charge or the bigger guy.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, this is a message to all current Giant season ticket members. Last week, you should have received an email in regards to renewing your membership for 2022. This is a reminder that you can lock in your 2021 pricing for next season. Take advantage of the Cheer Now, Pay Later postseason plan to receive access to additional postseason strips. Deadline for this offer is Thursday, September 9th. Go to sfgiants.com/member or reach out to your client relations manager for more info.
Chris Taylor, 19 home runs, 360 on base average. High fastball, strike 1 called. Taylor is the left fielder, but when Seager was out, he played a lot of shortstop. He can play center field, second, you name it. He can probably play it. And that foul will land out of play. Into the second deck off to the right, strike 2.
Well, and not only play it, but look good doing it. You know, a lot of guys will go out there and say, yeah, I can play 5 positions, and they can kind of maintain 3 and probably shine on 2. But a guy like Taylor, I mean, he shines at every position he plays. That's how good he is with the glove.
0-2 the count. Ooh. Just off the outside.
Yeah, that's a 2-seam fastball. Now that is his weapon against righties. He'll try and backdoor that pitch on the outside corner.
High fastball, a check swing, and appeal. No. Todd Tichenor, first base umpire. Two balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out and the bases empty. Nothing, second inning. That run ran into the hands. A changeup with that kind of movement and the foul. It remains 2-2.
Just change up with a 2-seam grip, but it's got nice movement that runs into a righty away from a lefty. We saw him throw that to Corey Seager and get a swing through strike with it.
That came back, strike 3 called.
And that's the backdoor sink, and that is going to be a good weapon for him tonight against righties. You see the target, aim right for the glove and let the movement come back to the corner. And Buster Posey sells it. .
2 down, nobody on. Here is Bellinger. Giants into the overshift on the infield for him. And a mighty cut on that high fastball. Back into the crowd. Strike one.
Giants are going to go after Bellinger the same way the Dodgers go after Brandon Belt. High fastballs.
Hitting only 172 for the year, rather shockingly.
But dangerous. And you have to respect that. I mean, he's not a comfortable guy to pitch to because he's so dangerous.
That came back, caught the outside corner. Strike two called.
Backdoor cut. Can't do any better than that.
McKinstry, a left-handed hitter, is on deck with the pitcher due up next. That's too high and taken for a ball. And there's nobody throwing in the Dodger bullpen, so now it's a 3-2 count. So maybe the Giants aren't buying that McKinstry would come up.
Yeah, it could be a deke. Usually you have to compliment that with getting somebody up.
Inning over. We'll never know if McKinstry was going to come up. 3 strikeouts and 2 shutout innings for DeSclafani.
And just like we see every night, the ground wind is coming in slightly, not a stiff breeze, but you can definitely feel it stepping in the batter's box. But the wind will boomerang and it will come off of the stands and it will U-turn, and at the very top you'll start to see that those winds go out. And tonight you're seeing more carry to center field than you normally see. For the most part, you see everything drift out to left, but there is carry to right field down the line. It's the most unusual thing about this ballpark are the swirling winds. But boy, do they have a lot to say about how this ballpark plays.
Buster Posey will lead off for the Giants here in the last of the second against Knebel. It was weird to see a would-be pinch hitter for the pitcher on deck for the Dodgers and nobody warming up in their bullpen. Usually one goes with the other, even if it's a deke. And the curveball. Ball one to Buster. He's been struggling at the plate lately. Comes in tonight having had a day off. And a good rip at that fastball.
That's a great swing right there. And he can get up there and he can get 3 rips like that. He's going to do some damage. Alex Vesia, one of 3 left-handers in the bullpen for the Dodgers, starting to get up.
Two balls and a strike now. Posey, his numbers are still pretty good for the year. .303 average, .395 on base percentage. His OPS is right around 900. 16 home runs. Curveball, foul. Brandon Crawford on deck. Thairo Estrada due up third. You can see on the hand-operated out-of-town scoreboard, Houston and San Diego getting started now at Petco Park. Some interleague play down there. Curveball in shallow center. Bellinger's got it, and Posey out number 1. Brandon Crawford, .286 average, 19 homers, 74 batted in, .859 OPS.
Yeah, watching his batting practice today, the first 2 rounds, everything to left field.
That's a base hit right betwixt and between. They had the three infielders on that side, and he crossed them up by hitting sort of a ball right to straight up second base.
Now Knebel starts him with a little get it in curveball. Remember, he's only got 2 pitches. That one's got a hump in it, and that's an easy one to do some damage if he makes a mistake at the belt. And right there to take advantage of it, Crawford. So a 1-out single.
Second hit for the Giants, and here is Thairo Estrada. He hit a 3-run homer against Devin Williams, the great late inning reliever of the Brewers yesterday. That kind of cinched the deal for the Giants. And we get a beat LA chant that comes up from the crowd here at Oracle Park.
That was a pretty good one right there. That gathered some steam quickly.
Nobody on the right side except for Muncy, and he's on the bag at first with Crawford. High and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Thairo Estrada, real good mistake hitter. He likes that ball up. Uses the whole field. I think he's more of a gap-to-gap type of guy. But one thing that we have learned from him is that he thinks well within the at-bat.
There's that curveball. 1-1 the count. The Dodger bullpen is busy now. Alex Vesia has started to warm up, a left-hander, with the left-handed hitting Yastrzemski on deck. Knebel in his second inning of work. 0-0. 1 out. Crawford, the runner at first. Crawford back. Dave Roberts, he got more experience managing bullpen games than I think any manager in history this year. In the last couple of months, Dodgers, they've been 2 or 3 bullpen games a week. Another curve, and this one he took. 2-1.
That's education right there. I mean, he swings through the 1-0 curveball. Knebel comes back with another one. He spit on it. Just recognized it early, recognized it was going to be down.
Yaz on deck. Wow, got sort of a call of a perfect pitch on that one, in that sort of in between area at the knees on the outside, or maybe a little off the outside. There's Vesia, and now Bickford, the right hand, is also getting up for LA. 2-2 to Estrada. And that fastball is high and foul.
Well, yesterday in a 2-1 ball game, this was the big swing of the bat that put it away for the Giants. And he does it off of Devin Williams, who just doesn't give up home runs. And boy, this place got loud very quickly.
They went from 2-1 to 5-1, just like that.
And that was all she wrote.
Fastball struck him out looking.
Now you say, well, how does a guy take this right down the middle after he's seen that so many pitches? Well, one explanation. He wasn't looking for it. He was sitting on the curveball. This is a generation of player that guesses more in 2-strike counts than any other generation in the history of the game. And why is that? Because they have data. They know what a guy's tendencies are, and they'll get, if they get a 75% percentage on a pitch in a count, they'll sit on it.
Yastrzemski, 21 home runs for the year. Curveball hangs high and outside for ball 1. Yaz, his rookie season, year before last, hit 21 homers. So he has equaled that which is his career record. Dodgers giving him the third base area, trying to plug up the right side of the infield against him. That curve on the inside corner. Anthony DeSclafani is on deck. Crawford dives safely back. The Dodgers have the right fielder Betts over trying to guard that gap toward Triples Alley towards the 415 side. There you see how their outfield is playing it. So he is way off the right field line. And the left fielder Taylor also, he is shaded a bit toward the left field line on that side. And the foul ball on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-2 now to Yastrzemski. Knebel taking his time. Fidgets with the rosin bag as Yaz stays in the box. Old school in that regard.
Old school. He's an old school player.
And the curve in the dirt.
I mean, you figure a guy's got a pretty good chance of being an old school player when his grandfather's a Hall of Famer. Because all the lessons that he learned his whole life, well, they were from the old school.
His grandfather, who replaced Ted Williams playing in front of the left field wall at Fenway Park. One of the greatest to ever play the game. 2-2 the count. Curve. Well, that one kind of hung up there, and he decided, I'm not letting this one go by. Back to the screen, though.
You catch one up there, I mean, it's going to elevate on contact because of its location.
Max Scherzer, the veteran acquired at the trading deadline from Washington alongside Walker Buehler, who's been the Dodgers ace. Buehler set to go on Sunday. Remember, a 4:05 start Sunday. Look out.
Set a high target. He just pulls this thing and almost hits him on the elbow.
Now, first base is not open, but he knows he's got the pitcher, DeSclafani, who's not a good hitter, on deck. Muncy stays in the bag with Crawford. 3-2 the count with 2 down. There goes Crawford. Curveball. Left center. And Bellinger inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. 0-0 after 2.
DC Bay Area is brought to you by Laney College. Enroll now. We have the tools to help you succeed.
Well, new to the promotions giveaway schedule, get a Lamont Wade Jr. t-shirt on Tuesday, September 14th. The first 10,000 fans will receive the shirt presented by Planet Orange. On field that night, Wade Jr. and the Giants will be sporting the City Connect jerseys, and they'll be taking on the San Diego Padres. Get tickets, go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Giants have a 4-game series with the Padres. They get the resilient rally towels out in the stands tonight for this big game. Giants have 2 series with the Padres at home still here in the final month of the season, as the curveball misses to the pinch hitter Zach McKinstry. He's batting for Knebel to start off the inning. Trey Turner on deck. Muncy due up third. 0-0 third inning.
Cutter's been a real good pitch tonight for DeSclafani. He's got the cutter and the changeup working. Still hasn't really done a whole lot with the curveball today. Really hasn't had to do it because the other 2 pitches are working.
A high fastball up out of the zone. Strike 2, swinging.
Go back up there again.
McKinstry hitting .217 his rookie season. He struck him out. A foul tip. One away.
Well, Giants fans, Xfinity Mobile delivers fast nationwide 5G and the most reliable network. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile.
4 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings for DeSclafani, and here is Trey Turner. Turner on an 0-2 pitch hit a single to right in the first inning. But he's 1 for 1. He's got the best batting average in the National League. Couldn't get that one. 0-1.
Yeah, you gotta force yourself to stay around the knees. I mean, Turner's a very good mistake hitter. He likes that ball up. He's just a good hitter.
Got some power. Outstanding speed. Trey Turner has 18 home runs this year. Interestingly, he's had 24 games now with the Dodgers and 2 homers since he arrived in LA. Leading the league in base stealing as well. That is a foul into the second deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. See on the out-of-town scoreboard there behind DeSclafani, Colorado leading Atlanta 4-3. Top of the 7th in Denver. And he lost control of the bat. Wow. And the bat almost made it through the screen there. I mean, it made it most of the way through, and she had a laugh with Trey Turner. He had some smiles, like it almost drilled me. I want it.
Well, she may wind up with that bat yet. I mean, only because she's leading the league in good attitude. She's going, that's it. It's mine. I'm taking it. You know?
Okay.
But has she got $1 million smile or what?
That came handle first through that screen and ended up about, what, 3 inches away from her chest. 2-2 now to Turner, who managed to lay off that one. Muncy on deck. 1 out, nobody on here in the 3rd. That's a drive down the right field line and twisting back in amongst the spectators, out of play.
That's a perfect pitch. Again, that 2-seam fastball that Posey's really exaggerating his target on the off the plate. I mean, that's how the strike zone, but he knows if DeSclafani picks up that target, his movement's going to come back into the strike zone. And it was right on the corner. Great pitch.
Brandon Belt is about 40 feet off the first base line. That is a pop up. Posey goes over, but this will reach back into the seats as well. Buster was on his own. Belt was so far away from first base that he had no chance to help out on that pop up had it been playable. The Belt is way over there again. And he took that curve in the dirt. Full count, 3-2.
Good pitch, good take. It's a good battle right here.
Second baseman Thairo Estrada's really basically at the second base position, with Belt halfway between first and second. Interesting alignment on that side. And the foul.
Cutter on the payout pitch. I mean, guys like Turner, they drive you crazy because you can't walk him. You walk him, he can steal a base, and now you have a double basically for free. So you have to make him swing the bat, but he's got 20+ homers.
Ooh. Well, they came after him with that high hard one on that one and fouled it straight back. Ten pitches have already been thrown by DeSclafani to Trey Turner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This will be number 11. Too low, and he gets the walk.
Well, you throw that many pitches and you lose it to a walk or a knock, and that hurts.
So a great eye by Turner, and he's not a guy who gets that many walks. It's only the 33rd time this year that he has drawn a walk. He's had 483 official at bats, but he showed a great eye on that one. So here's Max Muncy now, who grounded into a force play his first time. The Giants overload to the right of second. He hit a ground ball right to Crawford his first time. Turner 26 steals. He's at first. And the foul comes back upstairs. Giants outfield is kind of bunched up towards center. The left fielder Ruff is way over it toward left center, and the right fielder Yaz is trying to plug up Triple's alley. So they're bunching in that direction, way off the lines in both left and right. Now Estrada. Yeah, he thought about it, but just wasn't sure enough about it. So Muncy, they get the out at first. Turner moves up.
Man, that's a good play. I mean, you have to be able to get it out here. I mean, he looked, he got his legs set up to second base, and in the end, he went, I got to get it out. Smart play.
But he had every intention of getting the lead runner, as you described it, Mike. He was set to do it, and then he had the presence of mind to make sure he got the one out. So many bad things could have happened with a throw to second there with the speedy Turner. Mookie Betts fouled out to first his first time on a 2-ball no strike pitch, and there's ball one.
Well, he had those first two pitches in his last at bat were away, and then the payoff pitch was a two-seamer that exploded in on him, and he popped it up.
Former American League MVP the year the Red Sox won the World Series against the Dodgers. And it got away from Buster, and now Turner to third.
Breaking ball in the dirt. It's going to happen. I mean, the new way that the Giants want their catchers to block is the way that Buster Posey did. Once you have that one knee down, you're in a low position. They want you to shortstop the ball and backhand it.
2-0. On the move, Yaz. He's got room on this one. Inning over. That's twice now that DeSclafani has retired Mookie Betts on a 2-0 pitch. Nothing after 2.5. Francisco fog begins to assemble above Oracle Park. Phil Bickford, young right-hander, in from the Dodger bullpen. With DeSclafani to lead off here. And then Darren Ruff to follow. Brandon Belt due up third in the inning. No, he didn't get it. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Here's DeSclafani's resume as a hitter for the year. Although that one hit was pretty memorable. 2-0. And maybe Bickford saw it. Maybe he remembers DeSclafani blasting one over the head of the right fielder off the right field wall for a double. Knocking in a run. 2-0 the count. Nothing. Last of the third. Now it's 2-1.
As it didn't have to be. You can see a lot of cutters from Bickford. He's got a fastball that can go mid to high 90s. Slider to change up, but he likes that cutter, especially to righties.
Three and one. I'm telling you, Mike, I think he's seen the video of that long double.
Well, I didn't think it was the 0.23 batting average that was scary, but yeah, the video would scare you. It was an opposite field double.
He has drawn a couple of walks this year. He walked him.
Wow.
Now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Darren Ruff, who ripped a single to right his first time and just destroyed it. 110 miles an hour was the speed that with which it left his bat. Way outside. The Dodgers bullpen is busy once again as Will Smith goes out to talk to Bickford. The left-hander Vesia is once again warming up in the Dodger bullpen. The Nextiva meeting on the mound. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva.
I think that message from Will Smith to Phil Bickford is, hey, trust your stuff. Quit Jimmy jacking around. I mean, everybody in this game tonight, both teams, and they know this is a big game.
And he drops that one in there for a called strike. 1-1.
And Bickford, I mean, he came up to the Giants organization. He was first round pick. And you learned early. I mean, rookie league and A-ball, and you're the Giants organization and the Dodger organization for that matter. You're learning about the rivalry.
And that fastball right through there. Now he's ahead of the count, 1-2.
Sit down and break a ball. It's been the philosophy of this Giants team all year long. I mean, they study the percentages. They look for an advantage. They'll look for a location, a speed, a movement, and stay on it.
2-2. Way off the outside.
I mean, I never ever thought I'd heard a pitching coach tell a hitter, you know, that was a good take in a 2-strike count. But all that is saying is that you stayed true to what you were looking for. You didn't think something and then do something else with your bat. And that's what a hitting coach wants to see. He wants commitment. If you're going to sit on a pitch, you're going to sit on a movement, stay on it. Don't go up there thinking fastball and then wave through a slider. And if that means you're going to take a couple of called strike threes, well, so be it. But we actually heard hitting instructors say that. That's a good take in a 2-strike count. And their philosophy is true.
It's another walk. So Bickford has come in for the bullpen, and he was unhappy about that pitch before that one that was just below the knees. He wanted the strike on that one and didn't get it.
He's had 2 close pitches he didn't get. I mean, that's just an unbelievable pitch. And again, Bickford's thinking, how can that guy take that pitch? But one thing in a game like this, you cannot lose your composure. If you get angry, you'll try to add, you'll try harder. And when you do that, you make mistakes to location.
Now they have the left-hander Vesia warming up in the bullpen, but he's got to stay in. This is his 3rd hitter. He's got to stay in for 3. And then there's a right-handed hitter on deck, Chris Bryant. DeSclafani at second, Ruff at first. Base hit, right center field. DeSclafani got no read on it whatsoever, and it might not have mattered against the arm of Bellinger, so he goes to 3rd and no further, and the bases are loaded on the Belt single.
Now with nobody out, there's no way Ron Wotus is going to take on Cody Bellinger. He's got one of the best arms in baseball. You got a pitcher running at second base. Down and in. I mean, that is feeding the beast. If you're Phil Bickford, you went right to the straight to Brandon Belt.
The pitching coach, Mark Pryor, to the mound now to talk to Bickford. 3 men on, nobody out. And a former National League MVP himself, Chris Bryant, coming up. So Pryor heads back, but Will Smith has a few extra words for Bickford. Bryant fouled out to the first baseman against Knebel in the first inning.
Yeah, you need at least a regular fly ball. Medium fly ball with the arms that the Dodgers have in their outfield is not going to get the job done with DeSclafani at third. It is a fly ball situation for Bryant.
High in the air along the right field line. It is a foul. Muncy was the one who got closest to it, and he didn't get very close. And Mookie Betts, who's a Gold Glover in right field, as you often say, Mike, he's a center fielder playing right field, but he was playing way off the line with Bryant up there. He had no chance to get there.
Yeah, the Dodger outfield tonight, they have great range at every position.
Nobody at the second base position. Three infielders have swung over to the left side, as you see how they're playing it there. Muncy 30 feet or more off the first base line. And a high fastball. It's 0-2. Lamont Wade Jr., left-handed hitter on deck with Vesia heating up in the bullpen.
Probably going to be the last hitter that Bickford faces, and he's pitching for the strikeout.
And he got the strikeout. Excellent recovery after loading the bases there by Bickford.
Just a little slider down below the strike zone. Nice late quick break.
And here comes Dave Roberts, just as you suspected, and he has already made the call to the bullpen for the left-hander Vesia, which also means that we may momentarily see Austin Slater. In fact, here comes Slater now out of the dugout to greet Vesia. Bases loaded, one out. Third inning, 0-0. We'll be right back.
News tonight, where he goes beyond the headlines and gets you the information you need for your community. NBC Bay Area News Tonight every weeknight at 7 p.m.
Raj Mathai, one of the best in the business. Check it out. Giants and Dodgers, 0-0. The Giants are the great threat, and here comes the pride of Cal State, East Bay, over in the Hayward Hills. And he's had an outstanding season as a rookie.
Yeah, 41 strikeouts against 17 walks in 32 innings. He's a mid-90s fastball slider guy. And he's also got a changeup. He'll throw more changeups to right-handed hitters.
He's only allowed 11 hits in 32 innings, rather incredibly. Middle infield, double play depth.
Changeup right out of bed.
The outfield is playing Slater as an extreme threat to swing late, way over toward right field. You saw those three base runners. DeSclafani at third, Ruff at second, Belt at first. Again.
Well, Slater's going to step out and have a little conversation with himself. Now he's got to make an adjustment. And the adjustment usually means think right field. Pulled off two changeups, trying to do too much damage, and he really was out front on both of them.
That is a base hit. DeSclafani will score. Ruff over to third. On a two-strike count, he gets the big hit for the first run of the night.
Boy, I mean, that is just an 0-2 gift. I mean, he comes right at him with a fastball, and it is on a tee. I mean, this is just a big mistake, and Slater makes him pay.
That leadoff walk to DeSclafani has turned into a run. Now Ruff at third, Belt at second, and here's Buster Posey. They got the overshift to the left of second. Called a strike.
Change up, perfect location. Same first pitch that he went at with Austin Slater. And Posey's questioning that location.
Posey hit a fly ball to fairly shallow center his first time. Nobody at the second base position, although the first baseman Muncy is about 35 feet off the first base line, and another "Beat LA" chant echoes through the ballpark. He tries it again, down and away this time.
Yeah, why not? Keep doing that to Buster Posey and stand on that side of the plate, though. He'll take it to right field. And as you mentioned, there's a hole on the right side. Max Muncy, the lone defender, and he's playing even with the grass at first. So not a lot of range for Muncy on that right side either.
Brandon Crawford on deck, and a right-hander is now up in the Dodger bullpen. High fastball, got it by him.
Well, that's the beauty of the first two pitches of the at-bat being off-speed stuff. It is going to make that fastball look better.
Brusdar Graterol, the right-hander, hard thrower, now up in the LA bullpen. Vesia on the mound. He's the third Dodger pitcher of the night. We're only in the third inning. Bases loaded, one out, one run in. Hit very softly to third, and they get the force out at the plate. Ruff thrown out at home by Justin Turner. Belt to third, Slater to second, Posey safe at first. Now two down.
Really, when you consider the momentum of the play, the home play was the best option. Turner coming up and throwing an absolute strike to Smith. Nice play.
There are some things that could go wrong on that play with a runner going right to where you're trying to throw the ball. But he put it right there. And then with the force out, no need to try and make a tag on him. So here's Crawford now.
It's fastballs and sliders against lefties. He didn't usually throw that changeup to lefties at all.
Crawford got a base hit his first time to right center. 0-1. Bases still loaded. That's Belt at third, Slater at second, Posey at first. Just off the outside, Belt high. A ball and a strike.
Two pitches into it. Fastball, slider. He's pretty much showing what he's going to throw him. You mentioned that all the effort that Crawford spent today in batting practice going to left field.
They don't have anybody in short. The shortstop well over almost up the middle. Corey Seager. Hit well. Racing back. Bellinger gets there. He's one of the best. The Giants get just the one, and they have the lead as we go to the fourth. Dave Fleming will be along to tell you all about it.
Our Lazy Boy broadcast booth. The Giants on top 1-0. And now here to tell you all about it, my pal and my partner, Dave Fleming.
Ooh, how about this game so far?
Oh, I love it. It's the essence of the rivalry. It really is. And, well, it's just fun being here.
So fun to be here. And, man, I thought Brandon Crawford had that one.
So did Brandon Crawford.
He did. He smoked that thing, and Cody Bellinger with a big play. So the Giants take the lead, but I'm sure the Dodgers feeling like they found a way to hang in this game. Just 1-0 as we go to the fourth. Austin Slater stays in. That's pretty aggressive use of the pinch hitter by Gabe Kapler in the 3rd inning.
Paying off in an 0-2 count.
And it paid off. So Justin Turner against Anthony DeSclafani. Strike 1. There's Austin Slater in center field. Mike Yastrzemski slides over to play right. That's typically how the Giants have done it when those two are out in the outfield together. 0-2. I think Anthony DeSclafani had some adrenaline early in this game. He was throwing hard.
Well, we saw his reaction when he got the strikeout that ended in the 1st. I mean, he had a fist pump and he was fired up, heading back to the Giants dugout. I mean, you try to be so calm in your demeanor on the field, especially if you're a starting pitcher. But sometimes your emotion will come through, and I think your teammates like that.
We don't see a lot of it from Anthony DeSclafani, but
he's all business. I mean, he's Sergeant Squared Away out there. I mean, he's just very seldom even smiles.
Posey's setting that target way outside. Turner somehow got the bat to the ball.
Well, he's got great extension on that outside part of the plate. Gets him a lot of hits, and he can do that because he's right on top of the plate. I mean, he's one of those rare guys that, you know, you got to be careful if you pitch in, because that's where he can hurt you deep. But you throw stuff off the plate away, and he can still get to it.
That one came down and in. That was the curve.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Most of the, I mean, he's pitched against the Dodgers so much this year, and we know the track record. You guys talked about it. He hasn't pitched great against LA this season, but for most of those appearances, he was not using his curveball very much. I think we thought that had a chance to be a difference maker tonight. I don't think he's had a great feel of that curveball tonight, though.
I agree. I mean, the first inning he was a little amped up, you can imagine, and really the only specialty pitch he had going was a cutter, and it's been a good pitch for him. But then he picked up the changeup, but the curveball still hasn't come to the party.
Turner, foul tip, held on by Posey. Strike 3. That was the slider.
Well, that's 5 strikeouts now for DeSclafani, and 4 of them are swing and miss strike 3. And that slider's got good late quick tilt at 88 miles per hour.
So 1 out. Corey Seager with the bases empty. Seager came up with 2 on and 2 out in the first inning. Takes a change up a little bit low.
2 at bats from Seager tonight. He hasn't swung at the first pitch. What is going on?
That is, especially with those runners on base. I just assume he's going after the first one. Okay, he swung at the second one. Base hit, left center field. Slater will cut it off. Seager is going to stop. What a nice play by Austin Slater.
Well, it really was, and that's one of the signatures of this outfield. The Giants have really prided themselves on that ability to turn a double into a single, and everything about that play had to be perfect for Slater. I mean, that ball's hit 110 miles per hour, so you know you got to get there. Plays it like a shortstop going deep in the hole, and then comes up throwing a perfect one-hop strike. And that's a big play, because out of the box, Seager's thinking 2 bags.
I would imagine after Slater's throw yesterday, there might have been an extra circle in the scouting report and the meetings leading into this series for the Dodgers. Will Smith swings at the slider that Slater's throwing the ball well.
Doesn't take long. It takes 1 throw. You make 1 good throw in this league, and everybody's getting the erasers out, and they're correcting the scouting report.
Will Smith 0 for 1 tonight. On the ground to third. Backhanded nicely by Bryant. That's 1. The throw to first will not be in time. That's more good Giants defense to get the out at second.
It's going to be key all weekend. You have to play clean. I mean, this ball was roasted. You can see the positioning, and Bryant had to go to his right. Kind of slides into that top spin one-hop bullet. Just not a very quick exchange from Estrada, and no chance for Smith, who runs pretty well for a catcher.
Two down, Chris Taylor. And that's important to remember with Will Smith, because he's the runner at first base now. Extra base hit. He's got plenty of speed to score. Taylor to right. Yastrzemski's there with room. Out number 3. DeSclafani works around that base hit. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Giants. It's brought to you by California pork producers. You know what really brings the flavor? Pork. Head to your local grocery store, grab some pork, and visit pork.org for recipes, nutrition, facts, and more.
Grab some pork, meat. You just made your dad proud with that.
I think he's sitting back very proud. 1-0 Giants, bottom of the 4th. On this beautiful San Francisco Friday night, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's the big, hard-throwing right-hander, Brusdar Graterol, the 4th pitcher already tonight for LA.
Hard thrower indeed. You'll see high 90s and occasionally he'll hit 100. 2 types of fastball and a slider. And right out of bed, 100. Just to introduce himself to Thairo Estrada.
I don't think Thairo is intimidated by velocity.
I don't know many guys in the big leagues that are.
That one misses at 99. It's 2-0.
Think about Graterol. I mean, it's just such an easy 99, 100. You know, it doesn't look like he's overthrowing.
He's got movement. He has been a little vulnerable this year. Estrada bounces that one past Muncy. Down the right field line. It's going to kick up against the sidewall, and Estrada's going to test Betts. Here comes the throw. It's offline. Hustle double for Thairo Estrada.
It's a fastball away. Stayed away at all 3 pitches. And this is what we talk about in regards to Estrada thinking well within the at-bat. He'll adjust. If they're pounding to one side of the plate, he'll think the other way. Does a good job of it here, and then takes on Mookie Betts. You have great assist arms in the outfield with all these Dodgers tonight. But right out of bed, Estrada thinking double. And puts himself in scoring position just like that.
And they're using up mound visits like they're expiring any minute. Dodgers, this is the 3rd one they've already used in this game. We're in the 4th inning. They only have 2 left. I don't often really even pay any attention to the mound visit tracker.
Well, we saw the Brewers run out of them the other day, which was the first time we'd seen that all year.
Mike Yastrzemski with the pitcher DeSclafani on deck. Estrada at second. Way outside.
I mean, really, I don't even know why you have to have that many mound visits from a catcher, because you can change the signs from the catching position. You don't have to go out there to the mound and do it like you used to.
Another slider. That one had a lot of the strike zone.
Yeah, another slider that hung.
That is
with Graterol, he doesn't have great command.
Yeah. And I don't think that pitch is his bread and butter. Fastball misses by a lot.
That slider's effective really because it's a different speed away from 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. That last one at 101.
I think it's a good point. Sometimes a breaking ball is almost like a changeup, even if it moves. Yastrzemski didn't go, held up. He wanted to swing. DeSclafani on deck. He drew a walk that has turned into the only run of the game. Darren Ruff looming after that. On the ground. That'll move Estrada to third, but that's with the pitcher coming up, not quite as big of a deal. Still, the Giants will take it. Yastrzemski out number 1.
Well, I mean, DeSclafani, he's hit no 23. I mean, he hasn't been much of a threat. I mean, you can put the bunt on, but I kind of hesitate even with that because of who's on the mound. You got Graterol who's throwing high fastballs 100 miles an hour. The hardest pitch to bunt's a high fastball. When it's going 100 miles an hour, it's extremely hard to get it down.
No bunt, just a swing and a miss.
Just an ugly swing and a miss.
And a pitch that almost hit him. The other thing arguing against a bunt is if something goes wrong and Estrada somehow is out, then you miss a chance for Darren Ruff to come up with him at third.
Yeah, DeSclafani just has not shown that he's a good enough bunter to put a safety squeeze on.
Yeah. 0-2.
So you hope for a miracle. If you could just put it in play with the infield drawn in, you never know.
Never know.
Just try and make contact.
0-2. He could not make contact. 2 down. Well, at least you give Darren Ruff a shot.
Yeah, you didn't hit into a double play with a runner at third.
Somehow, don't invent new ways to hit into a double play.
From that perspective, it was a great at bat.
Now Darren Ruff, who has singled sharply and walked. He's been on base both times. Chance for a big 2-out hit here. Slashed it and hit it foul. Not that often do we see Darren Ruff swing at the first pitch.
Well, he was tuned up for 101, got it, and he was still tardy. And we haven't seen him laid on too many fastballs for a month.
That was the slider. Looked like, to me, pretty comfortable take. I think he read that. Nothing Giants. Estrada at third. Ruff right back to Graterol. That was headed for center field, but the pitcher snared it. And so the Giants get a leadoff double, but they do not score. On to the 5th. 1-0 Giants.
All on NBC Bay Area is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid.
It is inning number 5. Giants Dodgers on this Friday night. 1-0 Giants lead. Cody Bellinger against DeSclafani, and a big swing and a miss on the first pitch changeup.
Such a great pitch to a left-hander because of the movement. The two-seam grip on a changeup. That's coming across the plate like a left-handed slider at 87.
0-1. High with fastball. Billy McKinney on deck. The pitcher spot is due up next. On the ground, Belt will field, and he's going to just take it himself. Bellinger was not moving real quick, so Belt said, "I'll take it." 1 out.
Well, if you're not already a season ticket member, you can get access to postseason play at Oracle Park. Place a $500 deposit on a 2022 season ticket plan, and you're guaranteed the right to purchase tickets to possible postseason games this October. Also, receive $100 of bonus credit good for single game tickets during the remainder of this regular season. Learn more at sfgiants.com/season.
Do it. I know it's a little confusing. McKinstry, one pinch hitter. Now McKinney, not McKinstry, McKinney. They're not using the same guy a second time. You're not allowed to do that.
They're thinking about it in the Atlantic League.
Let's experiment. 0-1 pitch. Foul back out of play. Strike two.
Nice little backdoor cutter. That cutter's been a great pitch for him tonight. I mean, he's been able to locate that pitch on both corners.
I'm anxious for after the season to get the full report on all those experimental rules. Just see what happened. See how it went. 0-2.
Well, right now, I mean, they're pitching from 61 feet 6 inches. They moved the mound back, the rubber back a foot.
That's a pretty dramatic change.
I just, don't want to see guys get hurt with it. That would be my only concern.
1-2. Fouled off.
But I mean, since they've moved the rubber back, they did it halfway through their season. Offense has picked up.
Shane Green, a new Dodger, is getting loose in the Dodgers bullpen. Wasn't having a whole lot of success in Atlanta. Dodgers have had a lot of luck turning pitchers around. That's a pop up into left field. Darren Ruff coming in. 2 down. And Trey Turner comes to the plate. Man, what a pest he has been in this game. And I say that as a compliment.
Two really good at bats. 0-2 base hit and a 12-pitch walk.
Off the end of the bat, just a pop up. Slater is going to get there and make the catch. This time a 1-pitch out. Anthony DeSclafani, his best inning. 1-0 Giants still lead. The Giants were at Shea Stadium in New York. Terry Mulholland made this memorable play against Keith Hernandez.
Right back to the mound. Good stab by Mulholland. Runs most of the throw. What? He
ball stuck in his glove.
The ball stuck in his glove, and that's why he ran so far to first. He couldn't get it out, and then he attempted to lob it with his glove hand, and the glove went with it. And Brindley caught them both.
So you think you've seen everything in this game, huh?
Well, we wound up finding Bob Brindley in Kangaroo Court because when Mulholland flipped the glove over with the ball jammed in it, he gets the out of the force, and we wanted him to throw the mitt around like he would throw the ball around after an out. So we find him. He deserved it.
Shane Green takes over when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts. If there was ever anybody who would have done that himself, I would have thought it would be Bob Brindley.
Bob Brindley, no question.
Strike one to Brandon Belt from Green.
Green, the 32-year-old veteran in his 6th year.
Now, there was a time he was a dominator.
And he's got the pitches you would see from a starter. 2 types of fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. He can throw a lot of things at you.
Giants 1, Dodgers nothing. Bottom 5, Belt, Bryant, and Slater due up here.
Backdoor cutter, good one. When we brought Brindley up to the Kangaroo Court, you have a chance to have somebody plead your case.
Okay.
And Brindley said, no, I accept the consequence only because I completely locked up. It caught me by such surprise, it completely locked me up. So we doubled the fine.
On the ground foul. One of the very few times I would think that Bob ever got locked up.
Yeah, he's one of the great teammates I was fortunate to play with. Best catcher I ever threw to. But fun. He was fun.
Friend to all. If you were on his side. 1-2. Off the inside. Almost got him on that back foot.
So Green, I mean, he's dragging him through the garden. He's giving him 2 types of fastball, backdoor cutter. That was a changeup. Hey, if you got the pitches, throw them.
He was an all-star as recently as 2019, Shane Green. Another foul ball.
Well, one thing they've done with Shane Green is they've shortened his circle. You watch the way he takes the ball out of his glove, and then he'll turn his palm so that the ball is facing the ground, which forces you to have a shorter circle. And in having the shorter circle, you get a little a more compact arm stroke. It's easier to command. It's easier to repeat. Watch that. It turns. And he gets the strikeout.
Yeah, he struck out Belt at 87. Another one of those cutters.
Cutter is such a great pitch because it gives you the illusion that it's a fastball for the longest time. You don't see slider spin on it, and then you get movement right there at the end.
Nothing like an 8 ERA to motivate a veteran pitcher to try something different. Listen to a few suggestions.
Well, Lucas Giolito with the White Sox, I mean, he was a guy that really changed the direction of his career by shortening his stroke. A lot of guys are doing it now.
Strike one to Bryant. We have seen it a lot. Giolito was this big prospect, traded from the Nationals to the White Sox, and then just got pummeled with the White Sox, his first extended big league run. Now he's one of the best in baseball.
I mean, I speak of having happened. It happened to me. That's how I corrected myself, and it made a big difference with me. The only problem with it is when you are in that short circle, you don't relax your shoulder in your motion, and it can cause some problems as you age in the game.
On the ground, Seager scoops it up and just gets Bryant 2 down.
If you have any stress points in your motion, it's going to cause you to break down if you pitch long enough. And for me, that's where I broke down in the shoulder. When you break down either in the elbow or the shoulder, I mean, it's some guys could have, you know, peripheral injuries like a back or a knee or whatever, but for the most part, you know, it's the shoulder or the elbow that gets you out of the game.
Shane Green, pretty impressive here. Got through Belt, got through Bryant. Now 2 down, bases empty. Giants have put a lot of pressure on the Dodgers pitching. They've had a base runner in every inning so far. A lot of scoring chances. Slater, the only one who has come through. Slater got the RBI pinch hit single in the 3rd. Has not been getting many at bats against righties of late. Slider for a strike. One thing about Gabe Kapler is he can leave Slater in the game, and okay, you get this right on right at bat, but if Slater's spot comes up later and he thinks he's got a better matchup, Chris Bryant gives you so much flexibility with maneuvering your defense. Even if you've already used Lamont Wade, the Giants have the ability to continue to make moves. Tommy La Stella should be available. He looks like he's got the batting gloves on. He wants to hit tonight. Evan Longoria is active. He's available. 2-2.
Step out, have a word. Try and keep that shoulder in a little bit longer. He pulled off that last pitch. Guy's located in the outside corner with movement running away from you. You have to stay locked in with that front shoulder. You pull off at all, you're not going to be able to do much with that pitch.
3-2. Buster Posey hoping to have a chance here in the bottom of the 5th inning against Shane Green, who is already the 5th pitcher of the night for the Dodgers. We're in the 5th inning. Ball 4.
Slider, 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 slider. So a nice at bat. Little 2-out thunder here maybe with Buster Posey getting a chance.
Well, it's about time for Buster. He had just not been himself for a couple weeks now. The numbers reflect that. But it's not just the numbers. The swings just haven't been Buster Posey like. Justin Brule, who's a local kid.
Pride of Cal Poly.
Petaluma own. Cal Poly's own. Warming up in the Dodgers pen. He's got a great track record in the minor leagues. Justin Brule does. We've never seen him before.
Well, the Dodgers need left-handers. I mean, they only have 3 in their bullpen. And Brule became the 3rd one when they expanded the roster on Wednesday.
Foul ball, strike 1. They also made a move to bring in Andrew Vasquez before this series, one of those 3 lefties that you're talking about. They've used Vesia already in this game.
I mean, they're bullpen games, but what does it remind you? It reminds you of an all-hands-on-deck game, the last game of the season.
Yeah, or a do-or-die playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. We'll use anybody. We got to win tonight.
So I think that managers around baseball, they've been doing the bullpen game thing. I think they're becoming they get a little more comfortable managing those all-hands-on-deck type of ball games.
Throw in the dirt. Man, that was a nice save by Max Muncy.
Well, with Slater, that's a 2-base mistake. If that gets by Muncy, that's 2 bases. Go down. Just soft-handed, do an easy backhand dig off of Warnhopper. He wasn't too impressed with it. We were.
High slider, 2-1. Or cutter.
The more sliders you throw, and he's throwing like 6 now out of 7 pitches. The more you throw, the lazier that slider gets.
Well, it might be if Posey reaches.
Let's check the runner.
Yeah, then Brule might be coming in. This should be a throw to first. Or a step off.
Yeah, or just hold it. That was definitely something that was called by the bench.
Slater's a good base stealer. This wouldn't be a bad spot to try one. You got 12 steals, only been caught twice. That's a fastball right in there.
That's a beautiful pitch. That's 2-seam movement. Posey saw that thing on the outside coming in, and he kind of gave up on it and wound up being in the middle of the plate. But I think he was sitting slider anyway.
He might get one here. 2-2. Slater runs. The pitch is a ball. Will Smith's throw. The tag is late. Austin Slater steals second base.
And once again, with 2 outs, they put a runner in scoring position. Great jump. That is a great jump.
Almost everybody in baseball wears those oven mitt, hand protectors, wrist guards, sliding gloves. Not Austin Slater. He hung on to that base with his bare hand. Full count to Posey, 3-2. A spot where a base hit Now to the outfield with Slater's speed almost certainly is going to add to the Giants lead. Three and two. Shane Green comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball four. Posey takes a walk. Giants have 2 on with 2 out.
Slider, slider, slider.
That's going to be it for Shane Green. We're going to see the Cal Poly kid in the game. It's a playoff game. Might as well be.
Oh, this is as good as it gets.
So Justin Brule will face his hometown team for the first time. What a setting. 1-0 Giants. We'll be back right after this. Word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
2 on, 2 out. Shane Green out of the game. The 6th pitcher of the night already for the Dodgers. And it is a kid from Petaluma, Justin Brule, the left-hander.
Well, time he's come into a ball game. He's done a nice job. 10 innings, 7 strikeouts. He's got a mid-90s fastball with 2 types of movement. He'll cut the ball a lot, especially the lefties, and he's got a slider. That's a strikeout pitch.
Crawford's had 2 really good at-bats tonight. Takes that one for a generous strike, 0-1.
Oh, hey, you showed your slider there on the first pitch. He did you a favor. I mean, he'd never seen this guy, so they know he likes to throw that slider when he gets 2 strike counts to lefties. So I think he just did Crawford a favor showing him early.
Slater at second, Posey at first, 2 down. Crawford down the left field line toward the corner. This one is a foul ball. It hung in there for a while. 0-2. Last time up, Brandon Crawford against Vesia, who's just so tough. Lined a ball to deep left center field, and Cody Bellinger made a terrific running catch.
It's the play of the night.
I think it would have been a 3-run bases clearing double for Crawford. Brandon behind in the count, 0-2 against Brule. Did he go? No.
Wow.
Close.
That's a break right there. Let's take a look from the side. Did he go? Yeah, he did. Giants catch a break. They get a 4th strike.
See if Brandon Crawford can take advantage. He may see that pitch again.
Esther Saya, the third base umpire, making that call.
One, 2. Crawford kind of squibs one to third. Turner is going to go to the bag. It's a force play, so he will step on third, and that's it. The Giants with 2 walks, but 2 stranded. On to the 6th, 1-0 Giants lead. World fans, choose your Hogwarts house on Harry Potter and the Cursed Child night on Tuesday, September 28th. Harry Potter fans get to show off their Hogwarts house pride with a custom house-themed Giants t-shirt. Select your house shirt and get tickets for this special event at sfgiants.com/special events. My kids would be embarrassed that it didn't have a little more knowledge on that one. It's 1-0 Giants, 6th inning. Giants have had all kinds of chances tonight. They have the 1 run. Anthony DeSclafani, this will be a test for him. 3rd time through against the heart of the order. Muncy, Betts, and Justin Turner. Just outside with a first pitch slider, ball 1. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Max Muncy. 8 of those 30 home runs this year against the Giants. That one is a little bit low with his curve. 2-0. He just has not gotten many strikes out of that curveball tonight. Mookie Betts will be next.
Yeah, it doesn't mean quit throwing it. I mean, curveball could come late.
It's a high slider for a strike.
But boy, every time he works himself into a hole, he comes back with that cutter, and it's been there for him every time he's gone to it.
78 pitches, and we'll see how long the Giants stay with DeSclafani. This is their 3-1. I would imagine we're at the point of the game where Gabe Kapler is going to be watching very closely.
Well, and a leadoff hitter in an inning, I mean, that's a sign for Kapler.
That's ball 4. Muncy draws the walk. And in fact, already Tony Watson is up in that bullpen.
Yeah, he's thinking about Corey Seager.
Mookie Betts tonight 0 for 2. Muncy the tying run at first. Nobody out. 6th inning. DeSclafani's been outstanding. Only 2 hits allowed. But this is a challenge. 3rd time against these big hitters. Very high with that slider.
Yeah, and he's starting to miss in the same place. And you know, traditionally, when you start to elevate, especially with your slider and your cutter, it usually means you're starting to tire. So Andrew Bailey coming out here, and he's going to find out exactly how he feels right now. Remember, he's been favoring a tender ankle. But 4 times in this inning, he's missed up with that cutter.
Well, you got to go all the way back to July 4th to find a start where he extended much beyond this. He did have that kind of strange start in Arizona early August where he threw a lot of pitches in 4 1/3 innings. But with all the injuries, he hasn't gone deep into games of late. All right, Andrew Bailey back in the dugout. 1-0 to Mookie Betts. Fastball.
Like a 2-seam fastball, but again up. Up is concerned right now, especially to Betts. He's a good mistake hitter. He likes that ball up.
That one was hit to left center field. Slater for out number 1. Any concern? 91-mile-an-hour fastball, two straight pitches.
Now he's still got movement. I mean, that last one really got in tight to Betts, and that's something that they'll definitely catch in the Giants dugout. But again, I mean, he's starting to elevate.
So now Justin Turner. Muncy still at first, 1 out. Turner has walked and struck out. On the ground to short. We'll see if the Giants can turn 2. There's one. Estrada got him. Double play. And that was a great turn by Thairo Estrada with Max Muncy all over him. Beautiful Giants defense there.
Football quarterback. An NBC Sports Bay Area original series, Part 4, Taking Stand. Right now available. Go to NBCSportsBayArea.com/The Choice for more info. Presented by Toyota.
It's a great watch. Speaking of, it was fun to watch Anthony DeSclafani compete tonight.
Oh, he was fantastic.
And he's not officially out of this game, but his spot is coming up here, so he's going to be out of the game. Brule stays in. Thairo Estrada fouls the first pitch off. Strike 1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
I thought what DeSclafani did tonight that was so impressive was the use of the cutter and the two-seam fastball. He was Xing the corners with the movement, and he was doing it on both sides of the plate.
0-1 to Thairo Estrada. On the ground up the middle. Trey Turner throws him out, 1 away. Great job by Thairo Estrada to turn that double play. Tommy La Stella's come out on deck as possible pinch hitter. It'd be big if Yastrzemski could reach base here, even as a left against left. You figure Tommy La Stella is going to give you a real battle, give you a great chance to get to the top of the order. Dodgers have Blake Treinen up in their bullpen. Ball 1. Two and 0.
There's Treinen violating the bubblegum rule, throwing it onto the field.
Come on, Blake. What are you doing?
I mean, you could get away with it on grass fields, but the old turf fields, especially like in St. Louis and Cincinnati, if you threw bubblegum on it, it would melt. And then you'd have a puddle of bubblegum. It was bad. And there was always one guy in the grounds crew that had the job.
Get out there with the scraper. Wow, Yastrzemski swinging away 3-0.
Yeah, they got the fastball he was looking for. It was also in a perfect location.
A little tapper. Same location. Been a real quiet stretch for Mike Yastrzemski. He and Buster Posey, they both have had a couple weeks where they've been quiet. From 3-0 to 3-2. So the Dodgers vacate third base.
He hung one there and got away with it.
The thing about Yastrzemski that's been so valuable for the Giants is even in those periods where he's not getting a lot of hits, not looking quite like himself, he still manages to do damage.
Yeah, he runs into one.
Three-2. Another high fastball.
I mean, right now the wind has really calmed down. I mean, right field, the flags are hanging straight down. That is just a trickling of wind. Means there's carry on the right side of the field.
3-2. Strike 3 called. Locked him up with the fastball.
That's a nice comeback down the count 3-0. Like a little cut fastball at 91.
So it won't be Tommy La Stella. Giants are going to use Evan Longoria here. And it's great to have him back.
It really is.
Such a frustrating stretch for him. He finally got back after all that missed time with the shoulder injury, and then almost immediately got hit by a pitch. Dave Roberts is not going to let Longoria face the lefty. It'll be Blake Treinen coming in.
He's the kind of guy you want to face if you have a sore hand.
Oh my goodness. Goes thinking thanks. Well, Justin Brule pitched well. Treinen coming in. Longoria will be the hitter. 1-0 Giants. We'll be back right after this. This season. You can join us in 2 weeks from tonight, Friday, September 17th. It'll be the Giants and the Atlanta Braves from San Francisco. 6:30 p.m. on Friday, September 17th. Don't miss it. Here tonight, Giants Dodgers beginning the biggest series of the year. one of the biggest series in this ballpark in a long time. And what a game to start the series. 1-0 Giants. Blake Treinen in for the Dodgers bullpen.
Appearance number 60 for Treinen. He's been a innings eater coming out of that bullpen. One of the best fastballs that the Dodgers have coming out of their bullpen. It's live. It's a high 90s fastball with big time movement. He can cut it and sink it. He's also got a slider.
So 2 down. Longoria against Treinen. Takes a strike. Not the easiest at bat when you're coming off the injured list to face this guy.
Well, it's with a hand injury.
It can hurt to hit against Blake Treinen. Slider for a ball.
So, I mean, a respectful cutter slider combination to open it up. I mean, when you think of Treinen, you're thinking of 98-mile-an-hour sink and just all kinds of late nastiness with a high velocity fastball. You don't expect to see 2 breaking balls when you're hitting off them.
Hard hit. Diving stab at third by Turner. His low throw kicks off the glove of Muncy. And Evan Longoria will reach with 2 outs.
You know, that's kind of a tough play for Muncy because Justin Turner, I mean, he just kind of throws a changeup over there. If he'd have thrown it hard, it would have been an easier type of bounce to try and make a catch of if you're Muncy, but the slow speed came up, and those are tough. So the high hopper spits out of his glove, and the Giants once again get a little 2-out magic going. And more importantly, Darren Ruff gets the hit.
Yeah, which right now that's a good thing for the Giants. They charge Turner with the error. Well, Longoria hit the ball hard. That's nice to see. Now Ruff. Drive right center field. Bellinger will make the catch. Somehow he picked it off the grass. His second spectacular catch of the night. Giants want to make sure, I'm sure, but I think he caught it.
I don't know.
Giants are asking them to take a look. This will be a good look for us.
That's not a catch.
No, that hit the grass. It was a good sales job, but I don't think that's a catch.
You know, a rock and a hard place too for Longoria. I mean, he has to stay at second base.
Has to. Darren Ruff yet again a line drive.
See if it hits the ground before it gets in the glove, and it does.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I mean, I didn't see the glove get underneath that ball. This would be a really interesting call coming out of New York.
If by interesting you mean if it doesn't get called correctly, I may throw the headset down. Yeah.
You're so entertaining with the calls coming out of New York, Mark. I got to tell you.
I hear what you're saying because it's close, but that hits the grass.
Well, you hear the roar in the background. They finally showed it here at the ballpark. And that ball comes up.
Yeah.
That hits the ground. That's a base hit.
Come on, New York. Let's go.
I mean, just this place erupted, and they got on their feet immediately when it was replayed on the big screen. All right, here we go.
So it is a hit for Darren Ruff. They use that fixed camera to place runners in a situation like this where a play gets stopped, and so Longoria is going to have to stay at second. Brandon Belt will get a chance with 2 on and 2 out against Treinen. All right, New York, you can stick around.
Are they back on the Christmas list?
Not yet. Getting there. Now, Brandon Belt's not a lot of at-bats, but he's 2 for 6 with a double against Blake Treinen. Giants continue to give themselves chances.
Keep setting the table. Sooner or later, you're going to break through, and they've set it every inning.
A pop-up, third base side. That one is going to drift back into the seats. Maybe, no. Justin Turner has room, and he catches it, and maybe the wind pushed that back. Brandon Belt gone on the first pitch, so the Giants don't take advantage. John will come back and join Mike. We go to the 7th, 1-0 Giants.
Brought to you by Toyota. 1-0 Giants through 6 full innings of play. Anthony DeSclafani has been amazing in this ball game. 6 solid innings, allowing 2 hits, throwing 6 zeros up there. And the big hit and an 0-2 single from Austin Slater to put Giants on the board in the 3rd, and they're clinging on to it. 1-0 Giants. That's our game summary, brought to you by Toyota. New pitcher now for the Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change at Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Watson's hurried throw, not in time to get Seager.
And welcome back, John Miller.
So Corey Seager, who took a mighty cut, and he pushed it down like a perfectly placed bunt to get an infield hit.
Well, you really have an advantage when you're hit from the left side with a swing and bunt. So the Dodgers right away catch a break.
And here is the dangerous Will Smith. You see Watson's numbers, his overall numbers for the year. High and tight. Will Smith has only had 347 official at bats this year, but has 22 home runs. So for the number of at bats that he's had, he's got great power numbers. 2-0.
It's a big pitch now. I mean, Watson can get you a ground ball. He's got a little tail. It's got finish and sink on his fastball. And he also can get it with the slider.
Two and one. Changed up on him.
Good 2-0 slider, which he will throw at any time. You saw Dominic Leone, right-hander, in the Giants bullpen getting ready.
There is Taylor, the right-handed hitter, on deck, and Bellinger in the hole. Three and one to count.
Has to throw a strike. You cannot walk a runner in the scoring position in a one-run ball game. Watson knows it.
That is a strike right on the corner.
Another changeup in a 3-1 count. So a 2-0 pitch and a 3-1 pitch. Both times he's come with a changeup, and both times he's gotten the strike.
High and foul. First base side. Belt goes over, but the ball is back into the crowd, several rows deep. Still 3-2. Second baseman Thairo Estrada almost behind second. Crawford double play depth, pulled in a bit at short. 3-2 the count. That's high in the air along the right field line. Yaz comes over. He's got room. Out number one.
That's a big get there for Watson. He was down the count 2-0 and 3-1. And comes back to get that out.
So now Taylor. Took him a while to get to the plate. like, as if he were giving his pitcher. I don't know what he was waiting around for. Just to make Watson wait on him, I guess. Taylor has struck out looking and hit a fly ball to right. He's 0 for 2. Giants ahead 1-0. The only run of the game was knocked in the third inning on a pinch hit single by Austin Slater. And Seager back to the bag. Seager has only 1 steal this year. Both Crawford at short and Estrada at second, pulled in double play depth with Estrada shaded toward the middle a bit. And it's off the inside.
Big sweeping slider, but that's a good ground ball pitch for him, which is what he's pitching for.
Bob Guerin on the left. We saw Kershaw in the background there, and manager Dave Roberts. Change up away, 2-0.
And once again, he puts himself behind the 8 ball with his 2-0 count.
Taylor having backed away and directing his attention over to the third base coach, Dino Ebel. Bellinger on deck. Seager got that lead off. What, 35-foot single. He's at first. Big pitch. Here it is. He got the call, a high strike, and Taylor is very unhappy about it.
Well, he should be. I mean, it's been called a strike tonight. It's not like he's setting precedent with his 2-0 fastball, and it's the first time it's been called. But from Tony Watson's perspective, once again, he answers the challenge behind the count 2-0.
2-1 now. Outfield deep. And now it's 3-1.
And again, he's created a hitter's count.
There is Bellinger. Dodgers bullpen gets busy now after Bellinger is the pitcher's spot.
Pretty straightaway defense, but with a deep set for Slater in center field defending against Chris Taylor.
High in the air. Over near second is Crawford. Out number 2.
Oh, nice comeback. Tony Watson absolutely doing it the hard way.
He's pitching backwards, isn't he?
Yes,
I thought you're supposed to get ahead of all these big hitters.
2-0.
Isn't that what you've been telling me all these years?
Man, I was so wrong.
Well, Tony Watson, he got them both out, but he made your heart race a little bit in doing it.
Bellinger's gotten closer to the plate. He's thinking he's going to see a sweep and slider. He's looking for it.
And ball one with the 93-mile-an-hour fastball well off the outside. There's Joe Kelly up in the Dodger bullpen. The pitcher's spot due up next for the Dodgers, and A.J. Pollock has come out to the on-deck circle. Big swing, but a foul out of play off the third base side. 1-1 the count. Bellinger struck out in the second, grounded out to first in the fifth. He's done some damage against Watson in the past. As you say, he's having a horrible year, but you have to respect his power and who he is.
Always have to respect his power.
Another big swing, but he hits another foul into the lower deck on the third base side. Bryant started over. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I wouldn't make a habit of going back in where that last pitch was. That was right in the wheelhouse of Bellinger. Down and in.
Now Bryant goes over to the second base position in the overshift. They vacate third base entirely. 2 down in the inning. Seager, the runner at first. That is just foul.
Boy, I mean, Buster Posey was almost out of the catcher's box, setting up his outside target, and Watson hung it in. That's 2 times they've gotten away with poor location to Bellinger. I mean, look at the target for Posey, and look where the pitch goes. I mean, that is just a hanger. Ooh.
A ball and 2 strikes. He struck him out with the changeup. The swinging bunt single, 1 man left. Bryant, Slater, and Posey due up for the Giants.
NBC Sports Bay Area Newsroom via WebEx by Cisco. The Giants and the Dodgers meet for Game 2 of this series tomorrow, and you can join us on Giants pregame live at 5:30. So join us tomorrow as the Giants and the Dodgers rivalry continues. Guys?
All right, here we go. And we're not able to really look toward tomorrow just yet with the way this game has been unfolding. Dramatic, tense, and just the way you, I guess, would expect it to be between the Giants and the Dodgers in a pennant race. Last time that 2 teams played this late in the season in September that both had winning percentages as high as these 2 teams was 1962. And that year it was the Giants and Dodgers. Treinen with the cutter off the outside for ball 1 to Chris Bryant. Bryant is 0 for 3 in the game. Bryant has fouled to first, struck out, and grounded out to short. Austin Slater is on deck. Muscles it. Going out and making the catch is Trey Turner. Turner, one of the fastest players in the league, and he got out there rather quickly.
Yeah, and really, I don't think the majority of second basemen make that play. I mean, you've got to have great speed and a great jump. And Trey Turner has both. And in the end, I mean, he makes this easily, but he covered some ground.
Now Slater, and he has knocked in the only run that's been scored in this game. He bluffs the bunt and takes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball low. Ball 1. Slater came in as a pinch hitter in the 3rd inning, and they brought in Vesia, the left-hander, to face Wade, and that's when Slater entered in, and he got the base hit on an 0-2 pitch to left field to put the Giants ahead.
Well, the defensive set by the Dodgers outfield is extreme. Chris Taylor, the left fielder, I mean, he's in left center. I mean, I haven't seen that much line exposed. I don't know if I ever have.
For a right-handed hitter, especially. 1-1 the count. And that's down around the knees at 97. Strike 2 call. Buster Posey on deck. Giants have 6 hits, and their lament in the game is that they've had a chance to and chances to score more than they have. There's that big breaking ball down and away.
That's a good pitch. 1-2. Good take.
Giants have left 10 runners on base through 6 innings in this game. They've had 2 hits in 10 at bats with runners in scoring position. Corey Seager. 2 down.
Well, with Buster Posey coming up, if you wanted some good thoughts, this is earlier this year, May 28th. And Buster Posey got a fastball middle in, and he did this at Dodger Stadium. Pumped it right out. Treinen couldn't believe it. But big time sink and an inside out swing, which is what Posey has. I mean, he's got the swing to beat his stuff.
Look out. High breaking ball on the inside. Buster lurched out of the way.
Yeah, curveball is just kind of squirted out. But look, when you're facing a guy that throws 98 miles an hour and you see something coming out of your head, even if it's a curveball, you're still thinking your life's going to end.
One and one. That home run, by the way, we saw that Buster hit back on May 28th. That was in the 8th inning of that game. It was a 2-2 tie, and it was a 3-run homer. Giants got 3 runs in that game against Trinan, and later they got 3 runs against Kenley Jansen. A bloop, and there is Trey Turner again. The Giants go down 1-2-3 against Trinan. On to the 8th inning. Tyler Rogers may be coming in. He's up in the pen.
Is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota. Let's go places.
Inning number 8. Giants 1, Dodgers nothing. The Giants go to their bullpen once again. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
So Tyler Rogers coming into this one, 66th time he's taken the ball. 5-1 with 12 saves on the year. He's been fantastic.
A.J. Pollock, the pinch hitter for Blake Trinan. This is the 3rd consecutive day that Rogers has appeared in a game, which has not often, and maybe the 2nd time all year that he has worked 3 in a row. And the rising slider for a swinging strike. Pollock, who's having an excellent year for the Dodgers, hitting .296, 16 home runs, a .352 on base average. Got lots of power. That slider on the inside for a strike. 1-2.
Just not thinking you're going to get a front door breaking ball when you're taking your at bats against Rogers. For the most part, he wants to throw that breaking ball that sweeps across the plate, frisbee style, or the riser.
Left center field on the run. Slater gets there. Nice play.
That ball got some carry. I mean, he hit that ball better than I thought he did. I thought he got it off the end of the bat, but no way. It's just a great play. High backhander for Slater with room to spare. Big first out.
Now the leadoff man, Trey Turner, the National League's leading base stealer, down the third base line, and the throw got him. Chris Bryant knew he had to get rid of it right now with the speed of Trey Turner. Got it done.
And a 1-pitch out. Like speed puts so much pressure on the left side of the infield. But it's nice to have a cannon, and Bryant and Crawford, they both are loaded with howitzers.
And here comes Max Muncy. Muncy, who has hit into a force play, grounded out to second, and walked. And that's in there for a called strike. And that part of the play that generally he likes to go after it too.
That's his hot spot. Looked like he was taking the pitch all the way.
1 strike to count. Right back there again, and he took it again.
And he's not looking middle in, and he got stiffed twice. Look at the target for Posey. I mean, it almost looks like he knew where the location was. He got crossed up.
Strike 3 called. The backdoor slider got him looking, and he never swung the bat. 1-0 Giants. We go to the last of the 8th. Brandon Crawford coming up.
Every weeknight at 6:30 on NBC Bay Area.
Dodgers make several changes as we move to the last half of the 8th inning. With the Giants out in front 1-0. Brandon Crawford will be coming up, and he'll be facing the new Dodger pitcher, Joe Kelly.
36th game that Kelly has come in. A high velocity fastball. He's got 4 good pitches. Curveball, slider, changeup. Former starter, and he's got all the tools. But for the most part, you're going to see fastball and slider, cutter.
Also, Cody Bellinger has gone in to play first base. A.J. Pollock stays in to play left field. And moving over to center from left field is Chris Taylor. And from center field to first is Bellinger. Brandon Crawford has singled, flied out deep to center. A great catch made by Bellinger, and he is grounded into a force play. And the fastball at 96, too high. Thairo Estrada is on deck for the Giants. Jake McGee, himself a former Dodger, warming up in the Giants bullpen. Dodgers will have some of their very best hitters up in the 9th. 1-0 Giants. Crawford, left center field, hit well. That one is way back there, off the wall. Taylor comes up throwing. Crawford with a double.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the game about how in batting practice today, Crawford was thinking about the left side of the field. His first 2 rounds of BP, he went to the left side of second base almost in all of his swings. Here he gets a hanging breaking ball, and look at the head stay down, and he's just almost like he's trying to hit this through the gap in left center, and he almost pumps it out of here. But just a strong front shouldered approach and really put him in position to take advantage of the hang.
24th double of the year for Crawford. He jumped off his bat at 102 miles per hour.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. I mean, it is a bunt situation.
Estrada 1 for 3, hit a double to right in the 4th. Pops it up right back to the pitcher. So just a wasted at bat. Now Yastrzemski with the pitcher's spot behind him. Yaz has flied out to shallow left center, grounded out to the shortstop playing second base, and struck out looking. Dodgers have the 3 infielders to the right of second. Nobody at shortstop here. Tommy La Stella has come out on deck. One ball to no strikes. By the way, that double by Crawford, according to StatCast, there's La Stella. 387 feet. It would have been out of 7 ballparks. So he hit it pretty well.
I mean, that's the stat, though, that drives hitters crazy.
And he took it too low.
Good take right there. I mean, it's an opportunity here for Yastrzemski to pick up Gabe Kapler. Kapler's probably shaking his head, putting the bunt sign on. Well, a base hit here, and it's all forgotten.
You see Cody Bellinger, first baseman. He's back on the edge of the outfield grass and right on the first base line for Yastrzemski. Crawford at second, 1 out. 1-0 Giants. And he changed up on him.
It's a good 2-0 pitch. You're just not thinking you're going to see that when a guy throws in the high 90s. Estrada thinking about that fastball. And always when you try to bunt and you don't get it down, you're thinking that's the best fastball I've seen to hit in 2 weeks.
The damage he would have done if he'd swung away at it. 2-1. Yaz into medium right center. Mookie Betts just at the last moment got out of the way of Chris Taylor. And what if Crawford had been at third on that fly ball?
He scores easily.
Mark Prior, the pitching coach, out to the mound as La Stella, the pinch hitter, comes up. The Dodgers always send the pitching coach out every single time there's a pinch hitter.
Well, he's given Joe Kelly the opportunity to decide who he pitches to. If he decides to go after Tommy La Stella, I doubt he's going to give him a whole lot to hit. If you walk him, it's not the end of the world. But the Dodgers also know that Darren Ruff's swinging the bat well. And even though it does present a right-hander against a right-handed pitcher, when a guy's hot, it doesn't always matter.
Stella had stiffness in his side. It kind of put him on the shelf there for a while. He last played this past Sunday in Atlanta.
Above average throwing arms across the board in the outfield.
Called a strike on the outside. Was that another changeup? 87 miles an hour.
It's been a good pitch for him.
La Stella facing Joe Kelly.
Crawford's going to get a 2-out jump.
Seager playing right behind second base. And La Stella
backed it up.
And it's 0-2.
Change up. But you know, in watching Tommy La Stella hit this year, it's almost like his at bats don't even start until he gets 2 strikes. Just a pure grinder.
Two strikes to count. .99, but well off the outside.
It's hard to believe a guy doesn't want to throw 99 across the plate. It just is mind-blowing.
Crawford ready to take off at the crack of the bat with 2 down in the 8th. Giants would like to get that added run, leading 1-0 right now in the last of the 8th. Justin Turner gets it and throws him out. A leadoff double and a runner stranded. Betts, Justin Turner, Corey Seager coming up against Jake McGee. Since the 3rd inning, and we'll soon find out as Jake McGee comes in to try and make it hold up. But the Dodgers, with their 3rd place hitter Betts, their cleanup hitter Justin Turner, and then their 5th place hitter Corey Seager due up against him.
Taking on the heart of the beast. McGee, 59th time he's come in, 29 saves on the year. And it always seems that it just has to be that way when you're a closer. So often the bottom of the 9th inning, or the 9th inning when you're out there trying to save a game always seems to feature the heart of the beast. And he's going to take on 3 guys with power.
So McGee against Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 3, is fouled out to first, flied out to right center, and flied out to left center. So here we go. McGee pitched in yesterday afternoon's game, 16 pitches, after having not pitched in 8 days. And quickly, a called strike on the inside. It's 0-1. It's a little bit low, just barely, at 96 miles an hour.
Pretty straightaway defense the Giants are putting on to defend against Mookie Betts. You can see Yastrzemski in right field is covering and protecting the gap in right center, but everybody else pretty straight away. And Belt on the right side of first base, he's pulled off the line, but everybody else pretty straight.
Sharply to Bryant. Off the bag, and Belt got the foot back on the bag just in time.
Ooh. Seen a couple wide throws from Bryant the last week or two. And all the time in the world, looks at it, double, triple skip, and then unloads. And Brandon Belt had to come back and rock those size 15s on to get the tag. But it's nice to have a 6'4" first baseman with a long arm and a big foot to hang on.
Now Justin Turner. He has walked, struck out, and grounded into a double play to end the 6th inning. He's been throwing that slider a little more often the last few weeks. Not to say that he throws it often.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a surprise pitch. You can steal strikes with it. Because nobody's thinking slider off him. Everybody's thinking fastball.
Base hit to left field. Ruff hustling over. Turner not with a whole lot of speed, so he'll hold with a single to left field with 1 out. And now Seager. Dave Roberts checking his book there.
Not a lot of success lifetime against McGee. 1 for 12. That one hit a double.
Seager has had 2 hits tonight. One was the swinging bunt, a 35-foot single in the 7th inning. Crawford, Estrada, and Belt are arrayed between second and first. The overshift. Bryant still on the third base side, maybe 35 feet off the line, even with a bag. Left field. That's going to be a base hit. Ruff cuts it off, and he throws in toward third, which will allow Seager to go to second.
And that's a mistake. They move Ruff out of straightaway positioning to protect the line. And an opposite field bullet. And Ruff just could not get back over to make a play on it. He does well to cut this off on a hop. This ball gets by him. Turner's got a chance to score, but he throws the third, and a heads-up play from Seager on the back end to put himself in scoring position at second. Giants bring the infield in.
Going to the second time in the game that the Dodgers have gotten a runner as far as third base. Will Smith 0 for 3. High and foul. Belt going down the line, but this one will stay out of play. The wind has a tendency to blow a ball like that back toward the field, but This one was well back. Strike one. Will Smith 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in his limited experience against his old battery mate.
Well, it's a strikeout situation now for McGee.
To second. Estrada to the plate. Got him in a rundown. And the runner who is out is the trailing runner. Now he walks off the bag, and Posey may have tagged the wrong guy. He was already out. And now Gabe Kapler wants to come out and make sure that he knows that Nestor Ceja called that correctly. He did not call out Turner, who was on the bag. Then he called out Seager, the guy who had just come to third, when Buster, who had tagged them both. So then Seager left the bag, having been called out.
Perfectly placed. Run him back to the base. Well, he touches Turner. Yeah, he did touch them both. And right away, you see Ceja called the back runner out.
Well, then Turner left the bag, and Buster kind of chased the wrong guy.
And that's exactly what Buster's thinking.
Two down. Wow. And the main thing there was that Will Smith stayed at first. And Turner is still at third. Seager, the one who got tagged out. Second baseman to the catcher for the put out. And here is Chris Taylor, who is 0 for 3. Taylor 1 hit in 6 career at bats against McGee and 4 strikeouts in those 6. 2 down, 9th inning. Ball 1. You got the left-handed hitter Bellinger on deck.
McGee going right in on the hands. And one thing about Taylor, I mean, he will lean into one and take the hit by pitch.
The high strike, and it's 1-1.
See the target. It's exactly where they want it. Scrapes the top of the strike zone. Adam Hammery has been consistent tonight. It's been a good zone.
39,338. The paid crowd. Everybody standing. A bloop. And that's in there to tie the game. He did not hit it hard, but he hit it where nobody was. And the Dodgers have tied the game in the 9th inning. The bloop single for Taylor. And now Albert Pujols is going to come up as a pinch hitter.
Tried to make a good pitch, and one thing about Taylor, I mean, he swings hard, and when he connects right around the hands, I mean, he's got enough strength to throw it out there over the heads of the infielders.
Now is Smith at second. Taylor at first. Here's Albert Pujols on his way to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And he has been a very valuable player for the Dodgers against left-handed pitching. 1-1. Pujols has hit over 300 as a Dodger against lefties. Belt high fastball for a strike.
One of the hardest things to do in this sport is if you're a closer and you give up a tied run, is to try and get back in the game, knowing that you've got to reconnect. You've got to get back on and forget about it, because you've got to get the next guy out.
The foul, and it's strike 2. Kenley Jansen getting ready in the Dodger bullpen, and the Giants have Jay Jackson, a right-hander, warming up in their bullpen. There is the Dodger closer. The Giants will have the top of their batting order coming up in the last of the 9th. Dodgers have 3 hits in the inning and a run. Pujols backs away, timeout granted. Will Smith, the possible go-ahead run. He's at second. Chris Taylor at first. 0-2 the count to Pujols. Belt knocks it down. Underhands to McGee in time. The 41-year-old Pujols just not very fast. But the Dodgers have tied the game. Kenley Jansen, their closer, will come in. Ruff, Belt, and Bryant are due up. A run to stay alive. It is 1-1, last of the 9th, and if the Giants do the same, the game will be over. Kenley Jansen in from the Dodger bullpen.
56 game he's come into. Been very good. 68 strikeouts in 55 in a third. But with Jansen, I mean, you look at how many hits has he given up in 55 and a third. He's given up 32 hits, 3 of which have left the ballpark. Doesn't give up home runs very often. Still got the power cutter, and still can throw in the high 90s if he's just throwing a straight fastball. He's also got a curveball and a slider he'll throw, all from a high 3/4 release.
Albert Pujols stays in to play first base. He had been the pinch hitter for Bellinger. Darren Ruff will lead off for the Giants. Right now, Kenley Jansen is in there to try and save the tie for the Dodgers. Ruff has singled to right, walked, hit a comebacker, and he got another base hit his last time. He's had 2 hits, and he's been on base 3 times. Belt on deck.
And there's that curveball. I mean, it's a pitch we've seen him steal pitches with and even ride it. I mean, we've seen him close out games with it when he hasn't been able to control the cutter. And it's a straight down 12-6 drop because of the high 3/4 release he has.
Fastball way off the inside. 2-0.
Dodgers know Ruff's been red hot.
Belt on deck. He's been hot, not just against left-handers, which you kind of expect that, but he's been very successful against right-handers here the last several weeks. Three and out.
Not close. 3 big misses from Jansen.
3 balls, no strikes to Darren Ruff. And it's a 4-pitch walk. Too high.
4-pitch gift. And just like that, a leadoff runner for free.
Brandon Belt has had 1 hit, a single to right center that helped set up the Giants' run back in the 3rd inning. But he has also struck out twice and fouled out once. The Dodgers go into the overshift. Nobody at shortstop. 1-1, last of the 9th. Ball 1.
Ball 5. And again, not close. And that's the look of concern.
Bob Guerin, the bench coach on the left there, with Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, behind manager Dave Roberts. Chris Bryant is on deck. Not close again.
Ball 6.
Jansen will try it again. Toward medium deep left center. And Taylor at the edge of the track. And Ruff is going to test him. No, he changed his mind. Then he falls down. Now he's crawling. And he makes it back.
Whoa. That was like an anxiety dream. Well, I mean, Ruff had a good idea. I'm going to get back. Maybe I'll get 90 feet and it can be a productive out. But then as he's getting back to first base, watch what happens. Okay, no, I got to get back. I get it back right here. He makes it.
Who knew that he'd get back to the bag looking like an Olympic swimmer?
Yeah.
Now Bryant, 1 out, 1 on. In the dirt. Well, the one strike that he's thrown was hit pretty hard by Brandon Belt. Belt hit that ball and left his bat at 103 miles per hour, but just a kind of a long high fly ball. Bryant 0 for 4 in the game.
And he hadn't had any success against Jansen lifetime either. 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts.
Easily back is Ruff.
So that makes him do.
He's 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts. Yeah. But maybe those other two, maybe fly balls to the wall, or
oh yeah,
or maybe not. They're giving him the entire right side of the infield. Out of play off to the right.
Flops that curveball up. Right, had a hanger there. I mean, you're kind of surprised by it when you're up there thinking about cut. When you get that big floater curveball, it kind of surprises you. And I think That was the case there in the 1-0 count with Bryant.
Justin Turner, Corey Seager, and Trey Turner lined up along the left side of the infield between third and second. Pujols on the bag at first. Two and one.
He's not throwing the normal stuff that we're accustomed to seeing him bring into a game.
Alex Dickerson on deck with Slater due up next. One to one, last of the ninth. Jansen thrown 10 pitches, only 2 for strikes. That was a close one. Called the ball.
When you've been all over the place like Jansen is, I mean, you can't expect to get a low corner call. I mean, it's just a great pitch, but when you're all over the place, umpires aren't looking for strikes, and they can squeeze you.
3 balls and 1 strike. There's his pitch total. And he walks him. And again, that was close. Could have been called a strike.
And he walks a runner into scoring position.
And now Alex Dickerson as the pinch hitter for Slater, and the Dodgers, with the pinch hitter up, send the pitching coach to the mound, Mark Prior. Dickerson came in as a pinch hitter Wednesday night against the Milwaukee Brewers, and he hit a long double to deep left center, and eventually that was the beginning of a 2-run rally for the Giants. Plate umpire Adam Hamry is out there ostensibly to tell him to move it along. The last 5 games against the Giants, things have not gone well overall for Jansen. 10 hits and 9 earned runs allowed in 3 2/3 innings.
I mean, don't think he's not thinking about that. I mean, you know when a team is hurting you.
So Dickerson, the pinch hitter for Slater. Slater, who had been the Giant who had knocked in the run back in the 3rd as a pinch hitter. The only run they've scored tonight. Now Dickerson to see if he can do the same. 2 on, 1 out. Way outside. Well, not that far outside, but definitely off the outside. Ball 1. He's thrown 13 pitches, 2 strikes. There's Ruff. He is the possible winning run. Seager playing right behind him. Giants, the only non-pitcher still left on the Giants bench is Curt Casali, the other catcher. Buster Posey on deck. That is right on the corner.
So they stay on the outside corner, and he finally manages to cut one in, but that's still not his normal cut. And the velocity is down.
A ball and a strike to Dickerson. A check swing. Did he go? Oh, ruled a swing by Nestor Ceja, the 3rd base umpire.
All right. That we do. Yeah, 50-50. That time he lost.
And now Dickerson behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dickerson has had 3 pinch hit home runs this year for the Giants. So he's done some damage in this role. One ball, 2 strikes. That is not close. 2-2.
And you hate to give away easy takes if you're a pitcher and you have a 1-2 count. And that was an easy take.
The 2 managers, Dave Roberts of the Dodgers, Gabe Kapler of the Giants. Last of the 9th inning and a 1-1 tie. 2 men on, 1 man out. And he took it.
That's a good pitch, and that's a great take. It's tough to take that big curveball of his. I mean, it's got a huge break to it. And he totally took advantage of the 2-2 pitch. And now he's got to throw a strike. He cannot walk a runner into third base with 1 out.
Everybody's standing. A blizzard of orange rally towels going. 3-2 the count. High, but looks like an easy play for A.J. Pollock. 2 down. And that leaves it to Buster Posey. Buster, who has a .333 lifetime average against Jansen. So among current Giants, he's the guy who's had the most success.
And again, the inside out swing that he has is really great at beating cut fastballs. And I would predict that most of those 9 hits he's had against him have gone to right field. You have average speed at second base with Ruff, but he's going to get a 2-out jump.
Buster is 0 for 3 with a walk. He's been struggling at the plate. Giants anxious to see him break out of it. So is he.
First pitch curveball. Six career walk-off hits. The last time he did it, May of 2019 against the Dodgers. And the table is set for him right now.
And he went up after that high fastball on the inside. 0-2.
Yeah, wound up being a pretty good mistake. They set the target away, and that thing went right above the hands. See the outside target, and it goes right above the thumbs. That's a perfect pitch.
Brandon Crawford on deck. Buster Posey behind in the count, 0-2. Seager. And we are going extra innings. Story of the night for the Giants. They are now 2 for 15 in their at-bats with runners in scoring position. A.J. Pollock will come up with a runner at second in the 10th. Of course, during the pandemic last year and this year, the rule is when you go to the 10th inning, you start with the free runner. And in this case, with the guy who made the final out for the Dodgers in the 9th inning, that's supposed to be the runner. That's Albert Pujols. As Dominic Leone comes on to pitch for the Giants with Pollock, Trey Turner, and then the pitcher's spot due up for L.A.
42nd time that Dominic Leone has come into a game, and he's got a fastball, cutter, and a slider, but he's having some problems of late with the command of the fastball, and he really has been riding that cutter and slider combination hard.
For the Giants, Dickerson now in left, Yastrzemski back in center, and Darren Ruff, who had been the left fielder all night, now moves to right field. And there's Albert Pujols. He'll be the runner at second base. Extra inning games have not been a strong point for the Dodgers this year. They've won 4 and lost 12 extra inning games. However, they have won each of their last 3. At one point, they were 1 and 12 in extra innings. So here is A.J. Pollock. Driven to center field, going back is Yaz, and on the warning track, Pujols tags up. The relay from Crawford to third, too late. That was hit so deep that Albert was able to, even with his lack of speed, make it to third base. So it's a very productive out for A.J. Pollock.
Well, the old warhorse still got a little life in his legs.
And now they're going to send in a runner, and that's going to be Walker Buehler. They have Trey Turner coming up, and Austin Barnes, who is their last non-pitcher available, is out on deck with a pitcher's spot due up next. Giants infield is in. And a called strike with the cutter to Trey Turner, who has singled to right, walked, flied out to shallow center, and grounded out to third. Crawford is actually not in at short. He's in halfway. And he chased 0-2.
Leon's pitching for that strikeout. Just not an easy guy to get. Here, 0-1 slider in the dirt. Just a straight down bite. Turner can't lay off, but he did gather some education on that pitch.
2 strikes the count. Smothered by Buster, well off the outside that time. One and 2. He got a piece of it. He stays alive just barely.
Somehow got a piece of it. And he was leaning hard. And when a guy leans that hard, it can cover a pitch that far off the plate. I mean, he is exposed in. But again, I mean, Leon does not have the great command with that fastball.
High in the air along the right field line. Ruff racing over, and neither Ruff nor Belt could quite get to it, which if either one of them had caught it, Buehler well could have scored. That is going to get him home. Yaz makes the catch, and here comes Buehler. And the Dodgers have a 2-1 lead, their first lead of the night.
Not a good at bat there from Turner to get the job done. I mean, he fought off some nastiness to be able to get that fly ball deep enough in that 2-strike count.
The Dodgers get their runner home. The Giants in their half of the 10th, Buster Posey would be the guy who would be the runner at second, with Crawford, Estrada, and Yastrzemski coming up. So here is Austin Barnes, the pinch hitter for Kenley Jansen, and he swung at that one, strike one. The Dodgers have a left-hander warming up in their bullpen, Vasquez. Andrew Vasquez. One and one, the count to Austin Barnes. And that is in there for a called strike, 1-2. Vasquez, by the way, I was trying to think, Vasquez, do we know him? Vasquez was just selected yesterday. He was acquired on Tuesday. That's a base hit. And the inning stays alive for Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts tonight has gone 0 for 4, has fouled out to first. He's twice flied out and has grounded out to third. 2-1, the Dodgers ahead in the 10th inning. Off the outside and too low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Standing in that outside corner with cut, sliders. Austin Barnes has good speed at first base. Ball finds a gap here, and he can score with that 2-out jump.
Foul tip. 1-1 the count. And the foul ball to the far end of the Giants dugout. Over to Antoine Richardson.
He's not thinking about that inside corner at all, and everybody up there in the Dodger uniform, they're diving out there in that outside corner. Check the runner.
Austin Barnes is a catcher, but as catchers go, he runs pretty well, although he has not so much as even attempted a steal this year.
But it's a good time for it. Got to pay attention to him.
And the foul. Still 1-2 to Mookie Betts.
Away, away, away. I mean, even if you don't want to throw a strike on the inside corner with anything, a fastball off the plate in, just to clean the pile of the eye, because right now they're not thinking about anything other than the outside part of the plate.
One ball, 2 strikes. And that to the backstop. And now Barnes is in scoring position.
Take a look at the fastball. Posey just did not get that glove down in time. I mean, that's a ball that he should have blocked.
And they do score it as a wild pitch. 2-2 now to Mookie Betts, and now a base hit could mean another big run for the Dodgers. 3-2.
Dillon's got to dig deep right here.
3-2 to Mookie Betts with the runner at second. And he walks in. And now Andrew Bailey will head out to the mound, the Giants pitching coach, with Justin Turner coming up.
Well, 18 pitches into it, everything's been a stress throw for him. Got Garcia. And he's thinking about Corey Seager, who's on deck should this inning extend to Seager. So Bailey going out, take a little time, let Garcia have a chance to get loose in the pen, and give Leon a little bit of a breather here too. And he may suggest the inside part of the plate here, even if you go in bad, because another guy who's going to dive out there on the outside part of the plate, because Turner's been watching and everything's gone away, and that's where he's going to look.
Turner has walked, struck out, grounded into an inning-ending double play, but then with one out in the ninth inning, he got a base hit to left field and eventually scored the tying run against McGee in that inning. Right on the outside edge. 0-1. Two out, a run in. The Dodgers ahead 2-1, 10th inning. A little bit low.
Well, good pitch in the 0-1 count, throwing that breaking ball. Got to think that Turner's up there wanting to knock that run in. He may expand his zone. You're heading to count 0-1, throw that breaking ball below. Good pitch, good take.
Two and one. Now also Caleb Barriger, a left-hander, joins the lefty Jarlin Garcia in the Giants bullpen.
He's got an open base here with 2 outs, so I mean he can still think good location here. He doesn't have to just give in to him.
Bryant. And the inning is over. He thought about going to second, then changed his mind. Got the out at first. The Dodgers get their free runner home. Crawford, Estrada, Yastrzemski will try and do the same. 9 innings of this game. The Dodgers have used 9 pitchers, including their closer, all of their late inning setup men, and now in the last of the 10 to try and protect a 1-run lead. The Giants will have that runner at second base. Is Andrew Vasquez, who is appearing for the very first time as a Dodger. They just acquired him on a trade with the Twins on Tuesday and activated him to the roster yesterday. And he has been, Mike, in what, 10 games previously in his big league career. The last one 2 years ago. And he has a 10.8 big league earned run average in those 10 games.
Well, he warmed up and he threw a fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. So when you take a look at his minor league numbers, and he made some starts, so he definitely has a couple different types of fastballs, curveball, slider, changeup. We just don't know how he uses them.
Will Smith, the catcher, has moved to first base with Austin Barnes, the last Dodger non-pitcher on the bench, now doing the catching. And there's Buster Posey. He will be the runner at second base. The Dodgers got Albert Pujols home, so the Giants will have to get Buster Posey home if they're going to stay alive in this one.
Now, one thing we know about Vasquez, in 257 innings in the minor leagues, he had 385 strikeouts, but he's also had 130 walks. So he's got strikeout stuff. but he can get a wild hair up his nose.
Brandon Crawford is singled, flied out deep to center, hit into a force play, and doubled off the left center field wall.
Yeah, that's a pretty good breaking ball right there, and he didn't get it. But I have to believe that Brandon Crawford was impressed with that first breaking ball he's seen from Vasquez.
Been pitching for the St. Paul Saints this year. Two 2-0. Not so good with that breaking ball. Almost hit Crawford. Thairo Estrada is on deck. There's a strike.
Well, it lets you know what he's going to throw at you. If he's throwing a 2-0 breaking ball and getting it over, if you're Crawford, you don't even think about the fastball right now. You're looking for something up in the zone that's got some hang to it. Ooh. And he got it too.
But fouled upstairs off to the left. Strike two. Crawford's had 2 hits in 4 at bats, been swinging the bat well all night. There's Estrada on deck. And Yastrzemski after him. And a half swing foul. That was way off the inside. Had Crawford kind of shaking his head afterward.
5 pitches, 5 curveballs. And that last one, he kind of goosed up there. It major hang to it.
Way off the outside. A nice save there by Barnes, and a full count. Crawford, the Giants RBI leader for the year. This has been the spot where the Giants have suffered all night long with a runner in scoring position. Up the middle, base hit. Buster's going to be waved. Taylor comes up throwing. Swing! And Crawford goes to second on the throw. Tied up.
Take a look, the 6th consecutive breaking ball, and it was a hanger right up, and Crawford finds a hole, and Posey reading it all the way, no hesitation, gets the green light from Ron Wotus, and just coasts on in, and we got a brand new ball game.
Well, do you try him as a bunter again?
No.
And that's in there for a called strike to Thairo Estrada, who did try to bunt back in the 8th inning with Crawford at second and nobody out, and he popped it right back to the pitcher.
Yeah, he's a confident hitter. I mean, he's had good success lately.
That goes foul. 0-2. Estrada, who got the back-breaking home run yesterday. The Giants had just gone ahead 2-1 in the 8th inning against Devin Williams, the outstanding late-inning reliever of the Brewers, and then Estrada sort of cinched the deal when he hit the 3-run homer against Williams, trying to get Crawford home for the win. 1-2.
10 pitches and 10 breaking balls from Vasquez. And talking about it earlier, the more breaking balls you throw in a row, the lazier they get, and they're lazy now. That last one was just a flat-out hanger with nothing on it.
Off the outside. You know, this may be Vasquez's only game as a Dodger. They may have well signed him, traded for him for tonight. 2-2 the count. Crawford leads away from second. Well, that will get Crawford over to third. Trey Turner throws out Thairo Estrada. Well done by Thairo.
Job well done indeed. I mean, that's his way of getting the job done. Not a bunter, but a ground ball to the right side. And now everybody's got to come in.
Thairo getting congratulated by his teammates in the dugout. The infield is in. The outfielders, they have to come into a spot where they can catch a ball and keep Crawford from scoring. And the catcher, Austin Barnes, he signaled to the dugout, and then the plate umpire, Adam Hammery, was signaling and talking with the dugout. And a called strike right on the inside. Up and in.
Now he's seen the breaking ball. So just get ready. You're going to see a whole bunch more. And look for something up that you can get deep enough to score with Crawford. Medium fly ball will do it.
On the inside, almost the same spot. Strike two call. Curt Casali at the pitcher's spot coming up next. He's on deck. You see the outfield. Everybody moved in. 0-2 to Yaz. And he's gone on 3 pitches. That one on the outside.
Take a look at the high breaking ball that he just swings right through. I mean, he got 3 breaking ball up. 2 that were called a strike, and this one he swings through. And that's a tough walk back to the dugout for Yastrzemski.
Now Dave Roberts out. You've got Casali as the pinch hitter, and the Dodgers are going to bring a right-hander in now. That's Evan Phillips. The possible winning run to take the lead. The Giants have scored, getting their free runner home, and now they're trying to get Brandon Crawford home. And here is another guy the Giants have not seen with the Dodgers, Evan Phillips, a right-hander who had been briefly with the Rays, got into one game with the Rays earlier this year.
Well, mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. I mean, his big league career, and he's got a little over a year's time. His ERA lifetime is 7.13.
He's been in the big leagues not just with the Rays, but with Atlanta, Baltimore, and now the Dodgers. And that one snaps in there right at the knees on the outside edge for a strike to Casali.
Perfect pitch. And for Casali, who's never seen him before, I don't believe. He just got some education.
3 infielders to the left side of the infield, only 1 on the right side. And a ball on the strike. Crawford came bluffing down the line from third that time, trying to get the attention of Phillips. So nobody at second base for the Dodgers there. The infield, they're expecting if there's a ground ball, it'll be to the left side. On the corner, 96 miles an hour, strike 2 call.
Yeah, he's painted it with 2 beautiful pitches on the outside corner. The first pitch slider and this 1-1 fastball at 96. I mean, that's right there. But again, staying away. If you gamble, if you're Casale, you jump out there and look away.
Ooh. Well, that was a great pitch and just a little bit outside.
Yeah, by about a half a ball. I mean, that's a great pitch, and I mean, if you take it, it's a great take. But
2-2.
Phillips can't believe he took it.
Well, there's a fastball right over the heart of the plate, and a foul off to the right. The possible winning run is over there at third base. Brandon Crawford and Casale trying to be the man who brings him home to beat the Dodgers, to beat LA. 2-2, last of the 10th. Way off the outside. Darren Ruff is on deck. Full count to Casale with 2 down. Crawford at third. And that must have looked pretty fat to Casale.
That was fat. That was a get it in slider, and it was a pitch that had some big time hang on it. That was an opportunity gone by.
3-2. Well, that was another one right out over the heart of the plate.
Yeah, he's just working out the ball dude down there. The ball dude's slash groundskeeper.
3-2 to Casale.
Wide open hole on the right side of the infield.
Evan Phillips struck him out. The third breaking ball in a row right over the heart of the plate. The Giants stay alive. Seager will be coming up with Justin Turner at second in the 11th. Again, go to their bullpen.
Jarlin Garcia, the new pitcher now for Gabe Kapler. 46th time that he has come in. What a season he's had for the Giants. And look at the batting averages. Righties hitting 187, lefties hitting 131. A 2.48 ERA. Pitch with a lot of confidence.
He will inherit Justin Turner, who was the free runner, the extra inning rule during the pandemic, who, by the way, Commissioner Rob Manfred was asked at the All-Star game at his annual press conference if that could be a rule that would remain in the game, and he said that he did not think so. So here's Corey Seager to try and see if he can get Justin Turner home. Seager's had 3 hits, including a big double in the 9th inning that set up the tying run of the game there. The right-handed batting Will Smith is on deck.
It's just the format for extra innings. I mean, I think everybody for the most part likes it, but from a pitcher's perspective, you start the inning off in a strikeout situation. Runner at second, nobody out. You're pitching for the strikeout.
Two and 0. Posey dug it out to keep that runner at second.
And the problem with pitching for strikeouts is that you tend to nibble a little early, and you can fall behind. And this is what's happened with Garcia now. This is a get it in situation here. And for Seager, it's an opportunity because he knows he has to throw a strike.
Three and 0.
Will Smith on deck.
Garcia is in his first game since the Monday game against Milwaukee. And remember that game, he went 3 2/3 innings. Up the middle, base hit. Turner to third. He's going to be held there by Dino Ebel. Yaz seeing that, flipped the ball to second to make sure that Seager held it first.
So on a 3-0 count, takes a fastball right off the hands and throws it out to center field. And now again, another strikeout situation with a runner at third, less than 2 outs.
Will Smith now, who is 0 for 4 in the game. The Giants middle infielders are in halfway. Off the inside, ball 1. Again,
you get into that strikeout mode, and you tend to pick a little bit early on, and you can fall behind. It's happened to him again here, 2-0.
He's only thrown 1 strike in 6 pitches, and that was hit for the single by Seager. Well, the fastball, 94, belled high right on the outside. 2-1. Justin Turner at third base, the possible go-ahead run. Seager over at first. Belt on the bag with him, as you see. Three and 1.
Just not chasing those breaking balls down and out of the strike zone.
Chris Taylor on deck. Here's Turner. Seager at first. To Crawford. He's going to go home. Posey's tag, and he's out. What a throw by Crawford.
Tell you what, to have the guts to do that, I mean, that is, it had to be a perfect throw. Turner gets off at the crack of the bat, and Turner's going because he knows where Crawford's playing him. He's playing medium depth. I mean, he's not in on the grass. Perfect throw, and Buster puts the tag on, and that's huge in so many ways. They get the out, but the runner from third base is gone, and the double play is in order here.
So now Seager at second, and Smith at first.
I mean, you talk about risk and reward. There was risk, but what a reward.
And I guess if you're Gabe Kapler and you have Crawford playing where he was, you just have supreme confidence in his arm.
Well, I'm thinking the way that they set him up, that he was going to be in double play depth. He was going to concede the run and get the 2. But
so
yeah, they're talking about, they have the pitcher spots on deck. I mean, there's no more extra men. I mean, Evan Phillips is the last guy in the bullpen, and he's going to hit unless they pinch hit another starting pitcher.
They have used all of their hitters. And when Barnes pinch hit for the pitcher in the number 2 spot in the order and stayed in, that made the pitcher the 8th place hitter, the pitcher's spot on deck. And that's a called strike on the outside, right on the corner.
Guarantee that play by Crawford to get the out at home. That pumped up Garcia.
Taylor 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts in his career against Garcia. Strike 2 with a changeup that time.
And a good one. Very deceptive. It's one of his great weapons against right-handers.
Seager the runner at second. Smith the runner at first. 2-2. 1 out. And the pitcher on deck, for whom they cannot put in a hitter. He struck him out. The high fastball.
3 pitched him. Just cut loose and went country hardballing and blew 94 through him. And the changeup set up that fastball for the kill pitch.
And now here is Phillips, the pitcher. In there for a called strike. 0-1. The Giants have the top of their batting order up in the 11th inning. And I think Yastrzemski would end up being the runner. Strike 2 call. The one caveat to the rule about the automatic runner at second is the guy who made the final out. The exception is if the pitcher is in that spot. Then you move back to the previous hitter, and that would be Yaz. But right now, Garcia needs 1 strike more to hold the line here in the 11th. 2 men on. He struck him out. Great work by Harlan Garcia with considerable help from the strong right arm of Brandon Crawford.
No question. Brandon Crawford's play had risk involved. It paid off and absolutely refilled the gas tank for Harlan Garcia, who finished it off, and then 6 straight pitches and 2 straight strikeouts. Well, you can get a Lamont Wade Jr. t-shirt on Tuesday, September 14th. First 10,000 fans will receive the shirt presented by Planet Orange. On field that night, Wade Jr. the Giants are going to take on the Padres. Go to sfgiants.com to get your tickets.
Giants 2, Dodgers 2. Now, the Dodgers did not get that free runner at second base home. And now with Ruff coming up, Belt on deck. And the last batter for the Giants was the pinch hitter Casali, who was then out of the game as Harlan Garcia came in to go into that spot. And the one exception to that rule of the last guy up is the guy at second in the next inning, is unless it's a pitcher. So Yaz, the hitter before that, becomes the runner, and he's one of the Giants' fastest runners.
And one of their best instinctive runners.
Darren Ruff has been on base 4 times tonight. 2 singles, 2 walks.
And he's a good slider hitter.
Evan Phillips. The slider for ball 1.
And you're going to see a lot of sliders from this guy.
Phillips, the 11th pitcher used by the Dodgers tonight. That one snaps in there on the inside for a called strike.
Yeah, kind of a backup slider. Hanger.
Brandon Belt on deck. Chris Bryant would be due after him. Ruff is trying to end it right here. The outfield over toward the right field side. And the fastball off the inside, up above the belt. 2-1. Ruff, who knocked in the winning run yesterday in the 8th inning with a double down the left field line against Williams, Devin Williams, the outstanding setup man for the Brewers. 2 balls, 1 strike to Darren Ruff. And that one, he got the call, came back close enough. 2-2 the count.
I mean, I can't. I mean, they're setting up on the outside corner, so it's not like they're setting up on the inside corner, hoping to get that front door breaking ball. Man, that's just a hanger, and he's gotten 2 strikes with it.
2-2 the count to Ruff. Struck him out.
And that's what he was pitching for. So a non-productive out. And Ruff will think about that at bat for a while.
Now Belt. And they're going to send Belt to first base. So the automatic walk given to Brandon Belt, the left-handed hitter. They'll pitch instead to the right-handed hitter, Chris Bryant. The Giants have had 3 hits in 20 at-bats in these 11 innings, with runners at second or third or both scoring position.
I mean, Evan Phillips is the last guy out of the Dodger bullpen. I mean, they've gone through everybody. They do have David Price back, who could come in and he could be responsible for 3 or 4 innings if the game extends. The Giants, they don't want to hear any of that. They want to hit it right now.
So here is Bryant looking for his first hit of the night. Ball 1. First pitch slider. Down and away.
Well, he's got to be thinking about sliders.
Giants do not have any hitter who's ever seen Evan Phillips, at least in a big league game. Two men on, 1 man out. This one he chased. One ball, 1 strike.
1-0 slider gets him to go out of the strike zone with it. Now Phillips is thinking, okay, if he's going to swing through that one, I can do that all day.
Alex Dickerson on deck. 3 infielders to the left of second for the Dodgers in the overshift. Nobody at second base at all. There you see the Dodger defense. The outfield straight up except for Mookie Betts, the right fielder, who's way over into right center. 2-2, last of the 11th. Giants have been looking for this big hit all night. They got one from Crawford in the 10th to tie the game. If they can get one here, that could win the game. One and 1 to Bryant. Right on the outside corner at 95 miles an hour.
Well, you're not sitting on it. You're sitting on that slider. So they come back and they paint at 95, an absolute perfect location pitch. So you tip your cap. Make the adjustments now with a 2-strike count.
Bryant with some Giants Dodgers action after so many years of Cubs Cardinals rivalry games. A check swing. Did he go? No.
Ooh.
Todd Kitchener, the first base umpire.
Close. All right. Todd Kitchener, how'd you do? That was close.
Still a huge crowd here. Over 39,000, the paid crowd.
Oh, this has just been a grinding game.
Two and two to Bryant. Fastball over, but low.
Yeah, he's got to come in now. He cannot walk a guy with one out. Put a runner at third for free. That he cannot do. So he's got to come at him.
And Alex Dickerson, the left-handed hitter, on deck. Full count. We'll keep an eye on Yaz. He's got a lot of speed. The runner at second. Hit hard, but foul.
And you reset. Same situation. Get it in situation for Phillips.
Tension here. Some fans trying to get a chant going, but Giants fans have been hoping for that big hit all night long. Bryant trying to give it to him. 3-2. 1 out. 2 on. It's a walk. He does walk him. And now the bases are loaded for Alex Dickerson.
And that was a great at bat. Remember, he got down the count 1-2.
Mark Prior, the pitching coach, out to the mound again as they talk it over with Evan Phillips. And he's got no room in which to maneuver now with the bases loaded and 1 out. And Posey on deck as Dickerson tries to deliver the win for the Giants.
Well, it's a fly ball situation now. They bring the outfield in, they bring the infield in, everybody's in. But if you're Dickerson, you're looking for something up that you can get in the outfield deep enough to score Yastrzemski. You don't need a lot of depth here. Yastrzemski's got great speed.
Infield in, outfield in with 1 out.
Dodgers have good arms in the outfield. They're good assist arms.
So here we go. Ball 1. Dickerson, as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning, hit a fly ball to left. Smashed, but foul.
Bullet. Lazy breaking ball. 112-mile-an-hour strike.
One and 1 the count to Alex Dickerson. Bases loaded, but the man that counts, Yastrzemski at third. The possible winning run. Beauty, if you're the pitcher, right on the corner, right at the knees.
You're right. I mean, they want that fastball at the hands. It winds up going right on the inside corner at 95. I mean, a perfect pitcher's pitch. Whether they were trying to go there, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. 1-2 count.
So now he's ahead of the count. 1 and 2. In the dirt and the block. The crucial block there by Austin Barnes, keeping Yaz at third.
He's an above-average blocker. Can't be afraid to put that ball in the dirt with a runner at third base. That caught a lot of bare hand too.
Two and two the count. One out. Yaz broke late, not knowing from where he was if the ball was going to be caught on the fly or not. And an easy out at the plate on the force out.
Yeah, Yaz had no choice. I mean, you got to freeze on a line drive there. Nice play from Seager's perspective. I mean, an awkward backhander sets his feet. I mean, there's nothing else you could do. You couldn't play it any other way if you're Yastrzemski. You get caught on a line drive, get doubled up. You just can't do that.
Now Dickerson running hard to first base, and Posey giving him some time to get back to first. I don't know if he was limping a little bit.
He's not feeling 100%. I can tell you that.
So Buster Posey to try to and win the game now. Belt the runner at third. And that's off the outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. Buster has gone 0 for 4 with a walk. He's in his worst slump of the year. There is Dickerson at first with Bryant at third, but the guy who really counts, Brandon Belt, the possible winning run at third. Buster trying to bring his old friend Belt home here. Longtime teammate. Fastball on the outside, fouled back to the screen.
Yeah, he was on it. He was sitting away.
The outfield again bunched up well over toward the right field line against this right-handed hitter. The left fielder Pollock way over into left center, way off the left field line.
Got a hanging slider he swung through. And this is not one you want to make a habit of throwing, and he gets away with it.
One and two the count now. Off the bag, Chief, and the ball game is over. That is how it ends. The Dodgers will surely ask for a replay review, but Trey Turner's throw pulled Will Smith off the bag. And the Dodgers will ask for the replay review.
Now they've got nothing to lose but the game. All the time in the world, and he knows Posey's not going to put a lot of heat on the play. This game's over. This game is over. He leaves the bag with the right foot to catch the ball, and he never gets back to it.
So we have a sneak preview of how this is going to turn out. Let's look. Spoiler alert.
Well, we think.
They're showing it on the big screen in center field. You can hear the crowd reacting here. They think the Giants have won it.
Well, it's been a strange game. Let's see.
Everybody in the stands in front of us in the club level is asking Mike, well, what was he? What's your call on it? So they, umpires in New York, doing their due diligence, just looking at all the angles. And in the pandemic, you know, there's really only one telecast on a game like this. We used to always have the 2 telecasts that might have different angles from the different telecasts, but we only have the one telecast that goes to both places. And the fans start their chant, safe, safe, safe.
I mean, couldn't tell if there was just a millisecond that his toe was touching the base and the ball was in the glove. I mean, it did not look like it. But when they break it down in New York, and they can get pretty specific, they can enlarge. And the longer it goes, the more it makes you worry if you're a Giants fan.
So they're not looking at it as cut and dried in New York.
Doesn't seem like it. Look cut and dried to us. Look cut and dried to about 39,338 people that were here tonight.
Brandon Belt feels like he knows what the call was. Okay, here we'll find out. Here's the call.
Wow.
The ball game is over, and it took a bad throw by the all-star shortstop of the Washington Nationals, who became a second baseman as a Dodger, and his throw was not a good one. And Buster Posey is safe. Brandon Belt scores, and the Giants win the game 3-2 in the 11th inning. These two teams who came in tied, and then they played a long one and deep into the night, and that is finally how it ends. A throw from Trey Turner from shallow right field that pulled Will Smith, a catcher, out of position at first base, off the bag.
Well, I mean, what an incredible night. I mean, just one frustrating inning after another for the Giants, who had opportunity with runners in scoring position, and they just couldn't find any way to get that hit. And you see the reaction from the fans when the umpire signified safe. And this is a large win for this Giants club as we start the big weekend between the Dodgers and the Giants. What a game.
And Brandon Crawford, as has been often the case this year, plays a huge role in some of the biggest moments of the game, knocking in the tying run in the 10th inning and also making a great throw in the 11th inning. And Brandon, you're with us.
Here you go.
Where should we go first? Should we start with the hit, or should we start with the arm? Where do you want to start? Tell us about.
We could go chronological if you want.
All right. So the hit in the 10th inning, and getting those kind of hits have been tough for the Giants tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, I had a couple opportunities early in the game too, so it was nice to get that one through and tie it back up. So we could keep going.
All right, let's talk about the defensive play when you have runners at first and third, and you get we thought you were playing a double play depth. You backed off. The ball was hit sharply to you. You never hesitated coming home. We thought you might concede the run, take the two to minimize the damage. What was your thoughts?
I thought I was playing pretty much as deep as I could get, and still be able to throw Turner out at home. Just kind of knowing the speed of the runners, kind of went into that, and then the speed of the ground ball, knowing that I would be able to get them at home.
And the winning run. Now, you were there to see it, and did they get that call right at first base?
It looked like it. We don't get great views here at the park, but I thought I saw enough that he didn't get back on. So, he was called safe, so that's all that matters.
What a game. And the Giants and the Dodgers. You've had a lot of October experience. Did it feel like some throwbacks to previous Octobers, the way this game was played?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a full house. I don't know what the attendance was today, but it was nice to get it packed in here again, and it was pretty loud all night, so that was great. All
right, Brandon, great night for you and your teammates. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brandon Crawford, we really appreciate him coming out and chatting with us. It's been a long night for all those players. And as Brandon has that T-shirt that says, let the old guys play. Well, they played and played and played and played tonight, that's for sure.
Well, just about everybody got in. I mean, it was such a grinding game. And if you think about all the opportunity that they had, and really both teams had opportunity. They didn't cash in that many times. this would have been a catastrophic loss had the Giants lost. They managed to grind this out. Just some incredible gutsy playing, some gutsy pitching. Just, what they do better than any team. They grind. And with this win tonight, they go back in first place in the National League West. They take game 1 in this 3-game weekend series. And the mood has got to be pretty light. And it has to be a lot of fun in their clubhouse right now.
Indeed. The Giants are back in first place by a game over the Dodgers, but still 2 games to play tomorrow and Sunday. Tune in to NBC Sports Bay Area tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, with pregame live at 5:30 for game 2 of the series. And we'll be back with you on NBC Bay Area and the Giants Television Network in 2 weeks on Friday, September the 17th at 6:30 for the Giants and the Braves from Oracle Park. Now for Mike Krukow and Dave Fleming, I'm John Miller saying good night from San Francisco in 11. The Giants beat LA 3-2.